then turned back into himself. So we try not to think about the physics of that.
They got
This is a
compressed down.
science. This is a science fiction game. Who cares about things like conservation of mass?
I suddenly don't have to eat anymore.
We just don't see James eat for like a full week, just like how snakes eat. Oh my goodness. All right, so going through the freaking recap. So we are cooking along in Fly Free or Die. On book 5, Crash and Burn, which is unfortunately kind of what's happening right now. You guys had a little bit of time, about a month, to live the dream. You guys hunted big game, aka the Adamant Scale. You split up in different places. Supported the grant funding of excited new scientists, pretty much just to skim success off their work. Living that lavish lifestyle, setting up a club. All good things. In fact, you were supposed to meet back up once Tarika was able to kind of launder some of those funds that you've absconded with from the Fortunate Heart. And you're supposed to meet up at a lovely luxury hotel out in the eyes. Transparent glass elevator brings you up to a beautiful 18th floor where you all were jumped by hitmen. Looks to be, judging from some iconography, perhaps members of the Golden League. Certainly a faction that has no love lost between you all. Unfortunately, as that battle was coming to a close, having shot people out of the air, used poisons, giant snake transformations, as was said, well, you were contacted by Tarika, yelling about how it seems like Sinjin, Lord Sinjin from the Golden League, and Rysora from Edgecore, and also she is a Callistocrat, have joined forces. Seems like they have absconded with your ship. You guys looked out of the dome of Absalom Station and saw the Tuna flanked by 2 other, like, barge-esque starships pulling it into the drift. You were able to, last minute, hit that detonator, get those explosives under the pilot's chair, turning the, presumably just, like, the whole fucking forward deck into a fireball. You saw the ship start to list. Presumably that took out whoever they had piloting it in the middle. They were still able to tow it away, albeit, you think, with a much less functional ship that'll take them a lot longer to get going. Guys hear sirens out in the distance, screams from down below as the populace sees dead bodies. The pressure is on. Do you guys have a first move?
I would say the first thing you're likely to see, you know how when like a lizard is staring at something, is just sitting there stock still?
Mm-hmm.
You just see Shaw staring at where the tuna was. You just see like the little, like, kind of bit of flesh under his chin, just enough so you can see him breathing. So then, we do this the hard way.
So that's Scorpio just quickly rushes. It's like, Shaw, the others, they're in danger. We gotta get them out of here.
Let's go. All right, first things first. So let's get these bodies. We need to see if they got anything on them. I'll look over at James. Mr. Wilco, do you think you'll be able to quickly get the fellow who Refined sent skydiving? And let's get the hell out of here.
All right. I'll say, just because you're like on the fucking clock here, give me a perception check as you guys search over these bodies.
All right.
I was thinking we could just dump them in the null space chamber and look them over later.
Oh, just grab them in there? Yeah. How much weight can your null space chamber take?
Mm-hmm.
I know it can support at least. It has air for 2 people. Hang on, it has. I mean, it'll have at least room for these 2. I don't know if we can get to the one who fell, unless we just like skydive out the side.
So you have the only one who skydived out the side was the biohacker. But you guys have the 3 like flamethrower guys. Which mark do you all have? There's like the special basket from the fish folk.
I think it's only a Mark 1 was what I owed. I think that was because that was all we would have been able to afford before, and that's the one that I bought to replace the. But that one I think would have been able to hold 2 bodies.
If you have 2 Mark 1s. Yeah, can hold up to 1 medium creature, I think, in a Mark 1.
Let's see.
Or has enough air for 1 medium creature.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Is that if we don't,
I'd say if you don't need
I mean,
air, then you need less space.
yeah.
So I'd say, yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I'd say between 2 null space chambers, one of you guys takes 2 bodies, the other one takes 1. So just
Yeah.
remind me that you guys have, when you search them later, you have ×3 Golden League Hitmen. I would say, James, you want to give me like a stealth check, see if you can snag. He's called a Golden League Scrubber. You want to see if you can grab the scrubber on the street as you guys bail? Yeah, we'll say you like maybe like one person in like the huge crowds. Obviously, just statistically, you see one person kind of catch your eye as the body slips into this weird wicker basket with distorted green light. You do like a little like shh, and you bounce out of there. So you also have 1 Golden League Scrubber as well.
Cool. Well, so I think, well, remember one of the hitmen. So we have 2 of the flamethrower guys and then the scrubber because the third one was kind of eaten.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry, yeah, 2 because he got 8.
So I know I brought this up last time, but
yeah. Go on.
for because we were in contact, and I would have told you guys that we have like a huge discount on serums. I think we've bought the healing serums, but for like the retroactive, like I think we had talked like we could have bought more if others wanted to.
Yeah, I feel
now
free to retroactive buy any of them because like you had the time, and you're in literally like the marketplace of the galaxy. Like I think anything's on the table unless it's like some campaign unique item from some AP we didn't do.
Yeah, for the price, I think they're absolutely worth it to get. Do you guys want to spend any money to quickly buy some serums? Because
I actually did at your price. I got 3 of them, I think.
Did you get which mark did you get?
Let me pull out my sheet roll. I know I got some, and I got a couple other things too.
I did last time. I've got 3 of them on me.
Yeah, I think you guys did.
Is that the Mark IV? Because the Mark IV gets you the snake, but I think there's a Mark V that's like would have been.
Oh, you're talking about the polymorph ones. I had 3 of the healing ones.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got 3 Mark III healing ones on me.
Right.
Oh yeah, those
How
are
much-
the 68 ones.
How many credits do you guys have left?
I have 4,700.
Okay. Scorpio.
12,000.
Okay. You could. So they're 570 for a 4th level Mark IV, or they're 1,800 for a Mark V.
This is for polymorph.
Yeah, I think the Mark IV is a really good value for 570. Turn into a giant snake or whatever. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll get one
That
of
is
those.
pretty
I don't.
spicy, admittedly.
The Mark V would be tempting if I had more money, but I'm trying to save up for the enhancements for the next level.
Yeah.
I'll get 570. You said.
Yeah.
All right.
Would I be able to borrow 570 off of you to buy an extra one? And
Sure.
Just write it down on your sheet that I have to pay you back 570 credits.
I owe you.
I mean, we've been kind of willy-nilly with stuff at this point. So I'm fine with that. Yeah, 5. So that's 1140 total. Yeah. So you owe me 570. We'll come back to that.
All right.
It's also good if you're getting your ass kicked. You can just be like, "Fuck it, I'm a snake now."
Yeah, fuck you. I'm a snake.
I mean, it worked for you, so see why not.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Guys, getting your serums on. Are you injecting any special serums or anything as you guys are fleeing?
I wasn't planning to since I'm not injured or anything, but
Okay.
do we have any anti-venom or anything for refine?
You would didn't Refine make the final save?
Oh, that's true. she just has to
She's
sleep off the-
damaged. Yeah, she's got to sleep off some stuff, but she's not continually being poisoned right now.
Okay.
If it was still going,
Alright.
she would just be straight up dead.
All right, so no serums, but I guess it'll be a good time to bust this out, since during the intervening time between last session, this one, I decided on the item I wanted to get from my from the thing. So I'd say you'll see Scorpio sort of like reach into his fancy jacket and just be like, "All right, well, I might end up needing these, so I better put these on." And you see him put on a pair of very fancy-looking black gloves, which are these telekinetic gloves here. He's like, one of my business partners I talked to while we were away gave me these as a bit of a introductory gift.
Fuck yeah.
Very nice. Also, as we bounce out, Shaw, if there's any, Shaw's gonna snag a bottle of whatever the fanciest looking liquor is on the
Sure,
wall
yeah.
and go.
You see like this like crazy looking like curved glass alien bottle. Like, yep, that one. Just fucking grab that shit and run.
Much obliged.
I mean, hey, you paid for the accommodations. All right. So those you kind of running on. What is the plan on the station now? You don't have a ship. What do you guys think you would do to kind of either like get out of the public eye, or like what's your play here?
I think we need to Tarika obviously knows what's going on. We need to warn Sho and Shan as well. I feel Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm thinking like as soon as we got out of like the hotel and like sort of like away from the crowd, Scorpio would immediately be on his communicator and he'd be dialing up Sho, you know, because like he's like lost track time of thing. He doesn't know where she is or if she's at work or anything. So he's like got her on speed dial and is like sending here trying to give her a call. It's like, come on, pick up.
You see she picks up. You're like, you know, she picks up. She's like, what? I can't talk long. What happened? What did you guys do? This is bad.
It's like, Sho, where are you? What's going on?
You've been burned. She's like, look,
Well,
the place I work at. How do I say this? Between EdgeCore and the Golden League, every business in the Pact Worlds and Near Space, legal or not, has y'all's names, appearance, genetic information, account numbers, all that shit, along with strict orders not to engage with you under the threat of being sanctioned or worse, as the Golden League could violently punish them.
all right, look, we need to get off the station. Where are you? I'll come and get you.
Okay, look,
Probably safer for her just to stay and not go with us.
Yeah, it might be.
she's like, look, I don't think anyone knows I'm involved. I could stay here and let you guys know if there's any inside information. But if I go with you, I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Is Tarika also burned, or
We haven't heard from her yet.
You only heard from her briefly. You would probably assume so. You could, I mean, Tarika set up the job for her, so she might know if Tarika's like nearby. Sho might know. I mean.
All right, so it's like, what about Tarika and Shan? Are they close by?
Tarika's definitely burned. I don't know about Shan. I saw my boss kind of looking at this stuff on the computer. Tarika's burned. Look, I think you should meet up with her at the very least and get her out.
Okay.
All right.
I think Shaw looks over at James. I think perhaps we head back down to the spike, remember the cameras don't work so good down there. I think maybe that's our best, and then we figure out our next move.
yeah,
Maybe back down to the cafe. That way you got some good sight lines.
All right, Sho, can you defend yourself?
she's not burned yet.
He's like, I'm not burned yet, but I got a pistol. I'll be fine. Just get down in the spike. If you stay up here, they're gonna find you quick as can be.
All right, I'll go. Just you take care of yourself, and he stammers for a moment. He's like, I love you.
I love you too. And look, I'll try to send Tarika to meet you guys. Click. Hangs up.
All right. He pockets the communicator, and you just hear him cursing in Vesk under his breath.
Let's go. We'll sort this out, but we got to get the fuck out of here right now.
Does Tarika have her own vessel, or
I don't think
Not
so.
that you know of.
I'll shoot her a wave since I got the call from her earlier on. Just a very quick. I'm not gonna dial or anything like that. Just a very quick thing showing the message telling her which cafe we're going to down on the spike. I'll just say, get down there, meet us as quick as you can. Be careful.
She basically just sends like a little like acknowledge symbol. You guys
Right.
rush down. You find this like seedy fucking cafe. Ostensibly, it's a coffee shop, but it just looks so run down. All the machines are like rusted up. And pretty quickly after you guys get there, Tarika kind of comes to the door, sees you all, kind of like motions over to a table and sits down. See, she's like kind of like shaking her chair. She's like shaking her leg really fast as she just like rubs the fur around her face.
It's okay. We'll figure this out. What happened?
She kind of glances around. She's like, "Look, I don't know exactly. We can't live like this, though. The Golden Company, or the Golden Company, it's fucking Game of Thrones."
I wouldn't be surprised if the Golden League had a golden company.
Yeah,
to do their dirty
fucking
work.
threw me off. Look, the company has influence anywhere. Anywhere they're not going, the Golden League's going. It all comes back to the tuna. It's where it all started. If we find where they took your ship, I bet we could take Razora as well.
Think
But-
you're taking it back to the plate?
Maybe?
I mean, do we want to take her or just want to kill her? Do we need her?
She's like, at this point, I don't know. One might be as good as the other. Look, even if we
I don't-
find it where it is, we gotta get to it. And to get to it, you're gonna need a new ship. Or at least a new one to you, if you know what I mean. Because I don't think we can buy a brand new starship when we can't even buy a cup of noodles out here. Look, I don't want to steal one.
that's-
We're already in trouble as it is, and we don't need the stewards as a third group coming after us.
That I agree with.
Well, it depends on who we steal it from.
She nods.
Well-
Seriously, she's like, we need a starship.
Well, as much as I hate to suggest it, I mean, you think the Wintermorn folks might be willing to help us?
Oh, we can ask them.
She hesitates. She's like, I don't know. They'd be putting an awful big risk if we've been burned.
I think we've
Well-
already asked them for enough favors for the one time we saved them.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to like
If we
potentially
were-
burn themselves to just to help us.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
She's like,
What do you
"Whoa."
have in mind?
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask Tarika what
Oh,
she has in
so-
mind.
Well, one thing I've been thinking about is Lord St. John, right? He just wants the ship to make a fortune. If he can have a bunch of ships with that kind of smuggling capability, that would be a boon to his business. Now, normally he works out of this impregnable fortress on Verces. It's got hundreds of bodyguards, soldiers, June assassins. Striking there could be suicide. But he just wants the fortune, and Rhizora needs it too. And at this point, her bosses have got to be wondering what the hell has been taking so long to deliver this product. She's under pressure, maybe more so than St. John, and that means we have leverage. She's kind of, as she's like kind of talking about that, Jin, Shaw, your communicator starts vibrating. Someone's calling.
Who's it? I'll take a quick look at it. Who is it?
It looks to be from Goog, one of the goblins you guys rescued way back when and then relocated.
I think we left them on the one of the. Didn't we leave them on like the farming planet or something?
You did. They might have since moved somewhere else, but yeah, you left them with a good life.
Interesting. Shaw looks at the crew, kind of. Well, okay. Let's see what happens. Pick it up. Hello.
Hey, look, it's Goog. We heard what happened. We've been running, farming merchandise, and we were selling some stuff in Absalom. Look, we're from Bot Scrap, and scrappers like us, we pay our debts. Head down to the junk racer tracks and look for a guy named Rat Rod. We put in a good word for you. Maybe he can help. So I guess this other lead for Rat Rod.
Interesting. Much obliged. Thank you. And
He nods. He's like, "Look, I can't talk long. I don't want our new farm business to get burned. Good luck."
Shaw nods. Thank you. And then kills transmission. Interesting. That's useful to know. Well, even if it is goblin scrap, I can get it to fly. It's a question of where we need to figure out where to go. Do you have any? So, I would think the orbital plate would be the first place you'd probably take it, since that's home base. But especially if they, Shaw looks over at James and chuckles. Especially if you happen to mildly gibletize whoever was flying it.
I mean, Tarika's like, "Yeah, they must be fucking paced at that point." She's like, "Did you have that under there when I was flying it? Did you have bombs in your ship?"
A couple.
She's like, "That's a long silence." She's like,
Yeah,
No,
Scorpio
like,
wouldn't say
"Oh,
anything. He's just
I
looking
swear
like
to the
between
gods.
everybody.
I swear to the gods. Whatever. It's not the biggest issue right now, but like, come on, man.
We had.
I've been muted. We were worried that these fuckers were going to try to take the ship back.
I mean,
This is
I guess
exactly
the
what-
worry was founded.
Also, we need to whoever made those biometric locks we put on. I think they owe us a refund. Okay, so
I did have charges in the engine as well, by the way.
yeah, but he said they had a pair of
I
tugboats
forgot
with
they
it.
did have the and yeah. So and even that is a good note because that would be more damage, and the engines are closer to the null space that could delay the engineering a bit. They still would have been able to tow it into the drift with the power of the other two ships, but that might slow them down on some other counts. Write that down.
I think there was a mix of like Havoc and
EMP charges too, wasn't it? Like you wanted to ruin the ship as much as possible in case they took it.
yeah, I think I had already deleted. They were
I think at the very least that's gonna buy you guys some
I think-
time.
let's see. I think breaching charges like they do damage to like objects a lot, and then Havoc is more for like personnel. So the
Yeah, breaching
Havoc-
ones do they like ignore hardness. I'm pretty sure, so they just like cut through the health of the object.
yeah, so there were 5 Mark II Havoc charges. Those are gone now.
Okay.
There were also, I just saw them, infiltration charges. I think I still have those because those are more about being
I
silent.
feel like I remember saying you kept those ones in case like to break into places. I feel like you
Yeah,
had
and
kept those
then-
ones on you.
Breaching charges for the engine because those will do damage to objects.
Okay.
So 5 Mark II Havocs. Whoever was in that seat is dead.
Oh yeah, they're fucking atomized probably.
Yeah. If
Um,
nothing else, I hope it scares them to what we'll do to them.
I will say, just to throw another wrench into the works here. Scorpio, you would be getting a call right now from Dizzy.
It's like he said, and here's the ringtone he has for Dizzy. And it's just like, you guys hear Jungle Love OEO, and he's just like, oh fuck, it's Dizzy. Worst possible times, and he'll just hit here. Look, Dizzy, stuff's going on. I don't really have time to talk right now.
Look, hold on. Look, Nehemelith told me not to call you guys, but look, looks like you pissed off the company bad enough for them to hit you where it counts, huh? Look, I haven't forgotten all that business on Marixa and all the good stuff you've done. Go see Tasalu. He owns the Click Clack Club. I can't promise anything, but I know at the very least he's not going to turn you over to the Golden Company. I'm gonna try to convince Neva to convince the rest of the crew to come, but well, that's all I can do for now. Good luck. And he hangs up.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, so
So one question answered.
yeah, he wants us to go find some person named Saru, the owner of this place called the Click Clack Club. I guess or I guess would any of us know what that is?
Give me a culture check. It's gonna be a bit harder because you guys are having a very hard time accessing the infosphere here. Oh, I'm gonna say it on nat 20. Maybe you like heard about this club on your circuit when you were prepping stuff during the month of downtime. All right. So let me just scroll down a little bit. The Click Clack Club is a kind of a well-known haven for augmented individuals. People with bionic limbs, sentient robotic organisms, androids, social outcasts. Click Clack Club, or C3, is what the locals call it. They welcome like kind of anyone that's really down on their luck.
Hmm. Hang on
I
a second.
know-
I gotta step away for a second.
You're good.
Not sure.
But yeah, that's what Scorpio would find out.
Thing. All right, so at least we got some options. They're not the best, but there's something.
Sharika's like, look, I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. I can try to ask around for like some of my contacts too, but this is a tough situation.
Maybe the Click Clack Club.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I just really. All this stuff going on, and I just didn't really think it was the best time to, break things off with Dizzy, considering, like, everything going on right now.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Even so, it's
So-
like
Yeah.
he said, he's putting a lot at risk going against like the rest of his crew just to give us this information. So, I mean, it's got to be worth something.
Yeah.
That does make sense. And I think Wilco, you were saying you're leaning toward the club option.
Mm-hmm. Because at least I can post up and cover you from outside.
Yeah.
Maybe me
Mhm.
and Refine outside, and you and Scorpio go in.
Yeah, I can work with that.
Yeah, that sounds like a sound plan.
Above all, we stick together. We split up. We'll get pinched in a hurry.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. I'm gonna bring us over to the Click Clack Club map then. Give me one moment. All right. All right. So, you guys make your way first to the Click Clack Club. Graffiti art covers the outer walls of this factory-like structure with a pyramid of cartoonish pictures and bubble letters, ascending toward a glowing green sign that reads Click Clack Club in iridescent letters. A torrent of flashing lights and mechanical sounds emanates from the glass doors, and dozens of conflicting vid screens and holograms dance along the interior walls. The air outside carries a pungent mix of gin and motor oil. Out front, you see this kind of nondescript, non-binary looking orc soldier just ripped, kind of just demanding to see people's IDs on the way in. What do you guys do as you know, do you try to sneak by him, or are you trying to pass him IDs? What's the move? Or pass them IDs, excuse me.
Would we still have the fake IDs from the previous job? Curious.
For getting onto the Horseye orbital plate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. You could try turning those over.
Yeah. It's like he goes up to the bouncer, and he says, "Yes, my name is actually Percy DeRolo."
He looks at the IDs. I'm gonna say, give me a bluff check, lower DC, because you do have real fake IDs.
"12?"
12. Kind of looks you up and down, and then they're just like, "Look, I'm not gonna turn away paying customers, but if you're gonna be a little sketchy about it, maybe you all could do some work, unload some deliveries, help get the VR machines up and running, help talk down some belligerent, intoxicated SROs, something to make the place a bit better."
We can help out a bit. At least I can. So I'll look over at Scorpio. That's okay.
Sure.
I think we can do the bouncer thing at least.
Yeah, I'd say it'd be an intimidate check if you want to try to like talk those people down, or athletics check, move some stuff at the back service entrance, that kind of thing.
The athletics I can do easily enough.
Yeah, I'd say I go for athletics myself as well. That's what I got the higher bonuses in.
As long
I
as
rolled a
as long
two.
as two of you succeed, it's okay. Okay, and then James, are you trying to do anything? Or are you muted?
I'm just outside keeping an eye out.
Okay, cool. Let's see, what's the DC for those ones? Okay, that should just be enough.
I rolled a freaking 2.
All right. As you all kind of enter the club proper now, give me a perception check. Uh, 14. Scorpio on Nick one as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Oh,
I got
did you?
a
Oh,
12.
sorry. I did
Yeah.
not see it on mine. 14. Okay. You guys hear someone briefly say the name to Salu. Seems to be coming from the back of the club. And you see a dragonkin, kind of very wealthily dressed back there.
Well, shall we see what they want to, what they have to offer?
Sure. Just let's not rush them though. Just play it cool. Just act all casual. You know. Tell you what, if you want, I can take the lead on this. That's up to you, Captain.
Okay. I'm good with that. Scorpio called. Excuse me. Dizzy called you. So let's go. I'll back you up.
All right. Just keep. All right. So I'll talk to him. You just keep an eye out in case things get pear shaped. And I'll just start making my way.
I'll hang back. I'm gonna try and keep within earshot as much as I can over the racket, but
All right.
Mhm.
So yeah, whoever wants to make the way over and take the seat.
Yep. Well, I wouldn't take to see it first. I'd just sort of approach, say, excuse me, are you Chisalu?
Kind of looks up. Yes. Dizzy told me about you. I'm not sure I can help. As you can see, he kind of gestures to like there's swarms of anacytes crowding the club. Well, you got a bit of a situation here, and I'm short-handed.
Right. So what did Dizzy tell you about me? Us. Us. He quickly corrects himself.
He says you're down on your luck, and that you might need some way to get out of Absalom Station quick.
Well, oh, let's say he is right about that. How much work you're looking for? You're looking for?
We're pretty fucking busy right now, but I heard you all helped unload some deliveries. That helped, but I need someone to help fix up those overused VR machines the anacytes keep blowing out. Some of you need to talk off, get some of those drunk SROs out of here. And maybe one of you can help Dramuk, the bouncer outside, intimidate some of them trying to enter with fake IDs.
Yeah, who would ever imagine doing something like that?
There's also points at one of the anacytes and kind of like a nicer like sheen to their metal skin. That's Syntax. He's an ambassador. Maybe you find a quiet way out for him while he sobers up, so he doesn't make a scene.
All right, I think we might be able to work something out for you.
All right, so those checks you can use engineering to stabilize VR stuff, diplomacy, intimidate, perception to guide the ambassador out of there, or like any profession skill you think might be relevant.
I can do engineering and perception for those. I'm pretty okay with those. I think you have more in the people skills than I do.
Yeah, I'd say I'm probably good for like the diplomacy and not super great with intimidate, but certainly at least halfway decent with it.
My intimidate's okay. I've got a +6, but
Yeah, I got +6 too.
okay.
Diplomacy though much better. I got +7 there.
Yeah, you're much better than me at that. So engineering, I got +7. Perception, I've got a +10. So
Oh yeah, you're way better than me with those. So yeah, go for it.
all right. I'll just start out with engineering then.
All right, give me that engineering check.
Is this something I'd be able to take 10 on under the circumstances, or do I need to roll it?
I would say you could take 10 on it, sure.
Okay. Because yeah, I don't know if we're on the clock or anything. How long does taking 10 usually take? I mean, it's not. Is it like actually taking 10 minutes to work on them?
Pretty much, yeah. But
First things first. Let me do the perception first, since I know I can't take 10 on that. See if I can't get the ambassador out of here.
okay, give it a whirl.
19.
All right, you get Syntax kind of out like a side door. It's like ambassador, like sober up before you make a mess.
Says Baldithio Station. Take
So
your
that's
time.
one.
Feel better. Calm down. You'll feel better in the morning. All right, and then if I can take 10 on the engineering while Scorpio does the other people skill stuff, then I'll go ahead and do that. So that'd be a 17 on my engineering.
All right. What's the total of the engineering? Sorry, if you do that.
If I take 10, it'd be a 17 total.
You think that's not going to be quite enough?
All right, then I'll roll it. Don't have a good chance of making this though. 20.
20. That will do it. That was the DC. It was like, wow.
Oh, all right. Woohoo! So that's it. All right, I may have to call Refine in here in a minute.
All right. You guys need to do one more thing at least to help this guy.
All right, I'll go for the diplomacy check here.
All right. You see there's like some fucking belligerent SROs out there. There you go. Okay, over 20. We're good.
Yeah, it's like, he'll get between them, just be like, all right, guys. It's like, all right, guys, break it up. It's a fine high class establishment. Can't have y'all fighting here. You want to fight? You got to take it outside. All right.
There's like a bunch of angry like binaric noises, a bunch of like metallic clatter, but they float on out of there. Whole thing probably takes about half an hour as you head back over to Salu. As you're heading back over, everyone give me another perception check.
And Shaw will walk over with Scorpio this time.
Am I able to make this perception check outside, or?
I think you... No, they'd already be inside the club when you guys arrived. Oh, Shaw with the 29, Jesus.
Also, would we have had an opportunity to take a short rest and recover our stamina?
At the cafe, for sure. If you want to spend a resolve point, get your stamina back.
Yeah, I'll do that and recover my grenade as well. Thank you.
I'd say as we're walking back, it'd be like, well, this is actually good practice for when I have my own club. I'll probably be, well, maybe not as much of this. I plan on being manager, but I kind of like being hands-on.
Sometimes you got to be able to deal with some interesting folks causing problems within your establishment.
Speaking of interesting folks, you see two Anacite laborers, kind of like really big sentient robotic organisms, clearly meant for more manual labor than some of the combat Anacites you've seen. They look like they're just fucking eyeing you.
Oh boy, we may have company.
Right.
I'm gonna quickly intone a thing under the keypad to James and Refine, just saying possible trouble. Heads up.
Okay.
Scorpio won't say anything, but he'll just give you a silent nod.
I'll walk. Are they making any threatening moves? Are they armed? Can I tell?
It looks like they're like starting to walk over to you. I'm gonna drop one of them on the map. Give me a sec. I dropped him, but it's loading. Come on now. All right.
Oh, more Phyrexians.
Pretty much. I mean, most Anacites kind of look like Phyrexians, to be fair. All right. As they kind of, approach you, one of them's just like, we know who you are. You're the ones that killed Monitor 77B.
Oh, well, let me say it this way. If you want an autograph, that's going to be 100 credits. If you want a selfie, that's going to be 150, and only one each.
We worked with Monitor 77B.
Shellcat, yeah, I was like, oh boy.
Who the fuck is Monitor 77B?
That was before you joined the team. That was the one who was guarding the tuna.
Like a guard who was like in the facility with the tuna before they stole it. Just like, we challenge you to a fight.
Did you tell them to take it outside?
In the pot. You hear a bunch of nearby people like, ooh, in the pot. Nice, all right. They seem to be gesturing toward this giant hexagonal like area in the middle.
Uh-huh. Look. we got more important things to deal with right now. I told you what I told those other drunk guys. You want to fight? Take it outside, alright?
Give me an intimidate check, because these guys seem pretty riled up.
Alright.
Ooh.
9.
You see one that kind of like clacks his pincers together and is just like, you and your friend first lift and haul. They seem to be pointing at each other. One's lift, one's haul.
Shaw kind of sighs. Looks at Scorpio. Fine then. If you insist on joining your colleague on the scrap heap, then fine. Freaking waste.
All right.
Alright. And Scorpio will, like, crack his neck a little bit. I needed some exercise today.
Shaw looks at him. Remember what we talked. Look for the flanks.
You got it.
All right, guys, hop down. Shield generator kind of covers the hexagon and dome. Well, octagon, I guess. And I'm gonna roll.
Are they
for
already?
initiative.
Are these guys carrying any weapons, or just their arms are their weapons?
Pretty much the latter.
All right. As we hop in, Shaw's going to draw his. Can I have my weapon out before we roll initiative, or do I need to wait till we
No,
start?
you can have it up.
All right, then I'll draw
Um,
my plasma cannon.
Give me a sense motive check on these guys.
Alright. In that case, I'll go ahead and draw my my serrated sword. And you do see the gloves start, like, powering up a little bit. See, like, the electrical lines running down his fingers.
Nice, hell yeah. Shaw, you think these guys are mad at you? They're not suicidal. They're probably gonna go in non-lethally.
What are we not? Are we not allowed to kill them?
Hey, that's up to you. Do you want to
Okay, if
commit murder in this club? That's a you decision.
All right, if that's the case, then I don't really have. We keep getting into this. We don't really have any non-lethal options.
Well, you can use just a -4 penalty if you use a weapon that's not meant to be non-lethal.
Okay, then yeah. In that case, I'll grab the Storm Dashko.
Use lethal until it looks like they're getting low.
That is pretty much how it
Right.
works. You just run the risk of overshooting it and killing them.
If I know that something's going down, can I keep an eye out for like any additional like anacytes, or did they just walk up here? Did they get a ride?
I mean, there's a bunch of anacytes around. Seems to be who's frequenting the club a lot tonight. I don't think there would be anyone that you would really recognize, because you weren't there when they robbed that factory. I'd say you can maybe give me a sense motive on the crowd going in and out of the club, see if anything's like vibing there. You don't really get any bad vibes going on, which is good. Like you're pretty confident like that, you know, there's not a company or Golden League hit squad on the way in anytime soon. Like you're not rumbled yet.
All right.
All right. Cool. We got our initiatives. Let's sort the order. Shaw, you're gonna go up first.
All right. I will. So, look to Scorpio, nod, and then just make a quick dash. 5. Do these guys look like they have reach?
No. Well, do they? They do not.
Feet
Basically,
and
looks like
around,
they just have like plasma cutter arms.
and I'll take a big old swing.
All right. Skirting that side, I see like a bunch of SROs like cheering, as well as other patrons around the octagon.
Natural 1.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking about a lot of things.
All right, haul and lift, clearly not like tactical fighters. And they are going to split off and each go for one of you, rather than focus anything. Where'd my... There we go. So they're each going to take one swing. They are doing it non-lethally, so they are taking that penalty. Okay, on Shaw, that's going to be a 20. No.
Nope.
Gonna be a 29 on Scorpio's KAC.
That'll hit.
Alright, that's gonna be 13 damage. Bludgeoning. It looks like this is like a plasma cutter. It's like off right now. He basically is just clobbering you with a metal arm. Alright.
Alright.
Back over to Scorpio now. Oh, my turn tracker's not working. That's weird. I'll fix that in a bit.
Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sort of like shuffle around this way let's get the conga line here. Alright, and then I'll go ahead and with the flank, I'll go ahead and take a swing at
Alright. Kind of skate around the first guy, go over to Hall. Go ahead and take that swing. Alright, for 22. There we go. I got it working. Alright, excellent. Hall takes a cut to the back. See, like, sparks go around. As he just, like, grumbles angrily.
That'll do.
Alright. Tossing it back to Shaw. Shaw, now you got flanking.
All right. I'll do. With that in mind, I will do the. Yeah. Seeing that and that they are not powering up their weapons at this point, I'll just look. Let's try not to kill them, Scorpio. Let's just send them packing, and then I'll do a non-lethal attack on it.
Hell yeah.
So flanking, so effective -2.
Yep. Alright, effectively -2 to this number.
Oh wow!
Oh my god.
It's gonna be one of those games, is it? Okay.
Just a cool 1 in 400 chance to start the combat off. 2 nat ones in a row.
I feel like at this, like looking at it, I feel like there's like the battery's loose in my Storm Doshko or something.
Shake a battery out of the bottom. Alright,
hell.
wow. Jesus.
Okay then.
Lift going for Scorpio, kind of unintentionally getting flanking here. Hall gonna keep going for Shaw. I think they're both, honestly, despite the fact they're doing non-lethally, they seem to just be like factory workers. Like, they're just gonna do double swing, even though it's not a good idea. So, first guy, oh, definitely double miss. Hall on you, Shaw. Double threes. Alright. You guys, like, with way more combat experience, kind of parrying these dudes back and forth, they land no hits on you. Scorpio.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and hang here, and well, like you said, you don't want to kill him, so I'll just go ahead and just take a single swing at Hall.
Alright. Bringing that sword down again upon Hall's back.
I 5 for 19.
Alright, that's another hit. He's looking almost bloodied with that after 2 hits. Pretty rough.
Alright, yep, I'll hang here and pass turn.
Shaw.
Let's try this one more time. Again, 1 hit on Hall. Again, going non-lethal, so effective -2.
Mm-hmm. One. Okay, cool. Yeah,
This is non-lethal. So 26, non-lethal the damage.
Alright. Just wham! Kind of flat of the blade of the Doshko. Slams into Hall, staggers back. Definitely below bloodied at this point.
I'm guessing he doesn't like the electrical.
It does not seem to, no. It kind of just like, see his like body kind of jittering around a little bit. Alright. Hall and lift. Lift is like, let's just try to beat up one of them first. So they're gonna do 4 attacks on Scorpio. There's some more d20s. Wow, okay. 3 of those are definitely misses. But 29 you said hit last time, so 1 will go through. It's gonna be 19 on Scorpio. It's just this, like, arm clearly meant for heavy labor, lifting metal crates, just wham! Uppercuts you.
I just do like the was Steve Rogers, where I just like stumble a little bit, but then right myself and be like, I can do this all day.
I can do this all day. Alright. It's gonna toss it over to Scorpio then.
All right, I'll go ahead and take another slash at Hall, and I will do so non-lethally.
Roger that. Effective -2 because the flanking.
Ooh.
Oh.
Glad you went non-lethal.
You, like, bring the pommel of your sword up and just slam it into the base of what looks like a processor at the back of Hull, and he just fucking crumples unconscious instantly.
Nice
So-
swing.
So I'll immediately turn
Good
over to
lord.
Lift and say, like, you still want to go? Still want to go?
Give me an intimidate check. I'm gonna say at a +5.
All right. And make it 15.
He lifts like, all right. Fine. Fucking bully. You see the barrier, like, powers down and they stagger. He, like, try to, like, stagger away, dragging his unconscious friend.
Shaw walks over to Scorpion. You okay?
Been better, but I've been worse.
Everyone's gonna get a clean 1,600 off of that, by the way, XP.
Oh, nice. Oh, did we get XP for our fight with the Hitman last time?
Ooh, did we wrap before XP? I think we might have wrapped before XP.
I think we did.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
I think we did.
I remember we wrapped real quick last time. Let me scroll back up and add
It was
that
late.
together. Let's see. So that would have been 3,200 each. So the
Total
hitman would have
48.
been 3,200 plus 1,600. Yeah, so you should have gotten 4,800 total this session. As the fight is starting to round down, give me one more perception check from outside, James. Good lord. Fucking cooking.
Everything.
James, it's hard to see through these. They're very good. In fact, you used one for a while. But someone is clearly using one of those hollow skins you guys used during the White Glove affair. As you see, probably presenting a fake ID, Severana Pilos slips into the club.
Heads up, friendly incoming. Severana.
Pardon?
What? As he said that, you guys kind of, like, clambering back out of the pit. Yeah, you see Severana, like, walking in through the front doors by the bar.
Is she by herself?
Actually, I guess you wouldn't see. You would see. I presume Scorpio, I presume James. You told Scorpio and Shaw like what her disguise looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, like, honestly, she's probably disguised as a sentient robotic organism to fit in at this club. But you guys see the person talking about, and she goes and sits over kind of at the very, very last chair on the bar.
I take it she's looking at us.
Yeah, I think you see her glancing every now and then.
I would say, Shaw, Scorpio would basically just put a hand on your shoulder and say, "What are you waiting for? Go on."
Let's go talk.
Yes, and you should take the seat next to her. He's not being very subtle at all.
I'm. Shaw walks up. Mutual colleague of ours tells us that. Oh hell. Good to see you, but I'm surprised to see you here.
Yeah, I'm not maybe as versed on all this cloak and dagger stuff as the rest of you.
Shaw chuckles. Don't take it too personally. Mr. Wilco has a surprising knack for X-ray vision.
Look, it's a simple saying, but it's an old one for a reason. Life for a life, right? You all saved me when you were doing what you did with the Callistocrats. I wanted to thank you. I heard about the burn. I thought I could give you all something that might help you talk your way out of the situation.
I'd be delighted.
She holds out like a little, like black plastic case with a latch on the side, and as she pops it open, there's 4 serum vials on like kind of like that bumpy gun foam, just like resting on those. She's like, these are Absalom Affable Pact World serums. There's a bunch of different types of Pact World serums, but I'll put them over here. Basically, if you imbibe this clear syrupy fluid, you get +2 insight on diplomacy and disguise checks, and gathering information while under its effects only takes an hour.
Okay.
I know it's not a lot, but it's what I could offer while you're burned.
Shaw smiles. Much appreciated. I'm just happy to see you here. I'm glad we could help before, and I'm very happy you could take your help now. Out of character,
Yes.
then, did she ever take me up on that offer of a drink while I was at the resort in Berthetta?
She did not, but she's just like,
I figured.
she's like, look, I got your offer. Maybe I could buy you a drink now.
Shaw smiles. I think I'd
Uh,
still insist on paying.
And
Tell you what, you guys enjoy your drink. I think I'm needed down at this end of the bar.
as
think-
you scoot off, she kind of chuckles and she's just like, look, she like takes out this like weird looking golden, obviously Callistocrat item and presses the middle button. Just a little like kind of bubble of energy surrounds you guys, and she deactivates her hollow skin. She's like, this will make it look like we're just drinking, not talking to each other from the outside.
Much obliged.
Look, as gets the bartender to bring over the drinks. She's like, I would like to have a drink again when things aren't so dire, but
Understand.
look, you seem like a good guy. Maybe I could give you some free advice. She puts her hand over yours.
Sure.
From what my contacts here, you've been, or your group's kind of been scooting around the galaxy, living life a little bit. Is that fair to say?
Shaw gives it a big old smile. Fair to say, yes.
She's like, okay. Stuff like that is great, and I think some of it you might be able to leverage even though you have been burned.
Okay.
And she kind of like starts to like give examples like times she's seen people get burned, how people get out of it, how people like, claw their way back to power. Some of the activities you chose can have temporary bonuses from being burned. So, James, you did the grant funding one, right?
Yes, the nerds will save us.
Basically, the discounted purchase of those like medicinals and serums, that can be used even while you're burned, as long as it's in like the next couple days. Like you'll be able to leverage that for like 2 more days. If
So
you
we gotta try to earn some quick money and maybe get some more serums.
Lavish Lifestyle didn't really have any burn effect for Scorpio. As for, where was it?
I mean, I've already got the gloves, so those are just good in and of themselves.
Yeah, true. And extravagant adventuring also didn't really have a burned thing.
I got my a plasma cannon will I think be the help we need while
Fair
we're
enough.
burned.
Yeah,
mean,
she just like lists a bunch of examples.
yeah, we return the burn. What about refines investments?
Find the investment one. I think that one does have entrepreneurship. Yeah. PCs can't spend their UPBs they gain from this activity once burned. However, you can use UPBs to craft gear, and any BP that they might have gained to upgrade a ship that you might find. So I'm pretty sure Refine took the BPs, if I remember correctly.
I thought she took the UPBs.
Maybe. But either way, you can use
So-
those to craft or upgrade ships or your items, despite being burned.
Okay. Cool. And so, good. That's good to know. We'll need all the help we can get, I think. Question for you. You've obviously had some interactions with Elaine Rysor before. We know she usually operates out the orbital plate. Do you know of some other places where she might try to take our ship, if not back to there? Someplace perhaps away from the board of directors where she can get it repaired and then ready for refit?
She takes a minute to ponder that. She's like, I don't. Look, she's got bases and offices all over the place. I mean, she might have some on Absalom, but I wouldn't know where they were.
No, they towed the ship into the drift. We saw them make off with it. But at least that's some places. Okay. Well, perhaps we can find something if we raid their offices here, if it comes to that. But I don't know. I'd rather not commit more B&Es if I can help it. But Shaw chuckles. We're already in deep enough trouble as it is. I appreciate the help. It's gonna be a tough go. I think I've been through some worse. And it's funny. It's like
Yeah.
I kind of picture the juxtaposition of this elegantly dressed Callistocrat.
Yeah, she's definitely
Next
still like
to-
when the illusion's down, like she's got like the white robes, like silk gloves.
Whereas I am in my armor, and as we discussed last time, Shaw's after everything that's happened, Shaw's face has kind of looked like he's been, kind of down a couple miles of dirt road. I think from different scars and stuff. That's a weathered charn. You know how it goes. But he smiles and kind of puts his other hand on top of hers and is like, still, I appreciate the help. I'm glad we could help you, and I'll take you up on that drink once we figure things out.
She
But I've
kind
been
of
in worse
grins
spot
a
than
little
this.
bit, and she's like, "I'll admit, a dashing scoundrel is not often something I come across on the station. So I'll be happy to see you again." You see, she takes like the other hand, and the silk glove kind of reaches for your face. Looks like it kind of wipes some dirt off your cheek, and it must have some sort of like prestidigitative effect. It just like cleans your face. Then she like leans in, gives you a quick kiss, puts like way too many credits down on the bar to pay for the 2 drinks. Like clearly this is someone who does not know how regular bars work, only the high end ones, and like walks away.
Shaw smiles, closes up the case.
See the bartender's like, did that lady just pay 500 credits for like 2 beers? What the fuck?
Shaw chuckles.
I mean, she clearly put down the wrong bill. Just take it.
Just
and
don't worry about it. It's like, it's your lucky
Just
night, my
keep
friend.
the change, man. Just
Yeah.
take the tip.
He
Shot-
was like, alright,
shot-
yeah, alright.
Shaw chuckles. And I'll toss him another. All right, it's that time. Let me think.
Yeah, get that drink order out.
What did you roll for scarring, by the way? I forget. It was
Like a
80 or
97.
Yeah.
Yeah, scarred as fuck.
Yeah. All
I
right.
would say while that was all going on, Scorpio's just keeping an eye out for anyone, anyone else who very unlikely got past uh, James, but also he's like, all right, I've heard from. It's like, all right, I called Show. I've heard from Dizzy, and he's just dreading the eventual call he's going to get from Shotzi.
All right. I'll have a Precision twin turbo laser, please.
Laser. You see, he kind of does like a low whistle and start. You see, he goes like mixes a drink. You see, there's like this like bright red flash as he combines some ingredients. You smell like a weird like that ozone tang that happens after you fire off of like a corona laser. And he kind of like puts it down. You see like whatever is in this beverage is like still actively steaming. And you
Shot
presume it
chuckle.
was like flash heated in an instant.
I love something that'll set off the radiological alarms on the way out, and then he drinks it.
You see the bartender kind of shaking his head, and he's like, usually it's just the fucking anacites with steel stomachs that order those. Just so you know.
Shaw chuckles. Probably coughs once, even with my constitution.
Give me a fortitude save.
Starts retching.
Hope not, because that would be. Let's see, fortitude, saving. 18.
I think you get it down. You like your.
I think my eyes probably water a little bit.
Your eyes are definitely watering. If you were not like a reptile, you think your face would look like someone who just ate like an extremely hot, like, death pepper. But you're just kind of like straight facing it, but just like tears kind of rolling over your scales.
Shaw just looks at him, smiles. Done perfectly, my friend. And I leave him a tip for it.
Okay.
And then I'll walk out.
Beautiful.
I'm glad I did. I'm glad I waited till after she left for that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Start gagging and crying, trying to look cool.
I really
love
love those like dashing rogues.
I think Shaw's smart enough to know when you go for the crazy ones.
Just fucking wretched. All right. After all that stuff's going, I imagine while that's happening, Scorpio, you can go like catch up with Tasalu at the back there.
Yeah, I'd be talking with them, and it'd say like, I'd say like, yeah, like I met Dizzy when me and my crew were out on a job together, and it's like it was a weird thing, like he was distracted like here, and we kind of had a casual thing going on for a while.
Uh-huh. Well, he's an old friend of mine. Look, you and your friend there, in addition to sparring those annoying anacites out of here, look, Lifton Hall have kind of reputation. You've done my staff and my building a good turn. I understand that you and your crew have been burned. Me and my partner, Barnabo, we sympathize. And we can't offer a lot, but while you are burned, you can stay above the club. There's a small loft up there. Nothing fancy. But you'll have a safe place to stay while you figure things out.
Yes, thank you for that. We certainly appreciate it. Just, look, let me be honest with you here. Like, Dizzy's an all right guy, if a bit rough, but I've been trying to find the right time to tell him something, but a lot of stuff's been coming up.
The guy's like, look, I try not to mix business and pleasure, but maybe after a few drinks I could buy you and your friends around.
Sure. I mean,
Is Scorpio just telling everyone he meets his dating life?
Yeah, I love that he's
situation?
just like,
he's that kind of guy. He would do that.
he's like texting his partner, this Barnaba person, and Barnaba's like, get the details. I want to hear the fucking gossip. But he's like, if I assume I know there's 4 of you, your friends are welcome to come in and join us for a drink. Up to you.
All right, I'll just get on secure line. I'll just sort of quickly message out to Refine, to everybody and say like, just say secured lodgings for us here.
All right, who else comes to the table for a drink?
I will.
Like,
After I've taken a moment to compose myself.
well, I would like to see how good your bartender is at making the margarita. I mean, I don't want to brag, but my girlfriend Sho, I'd say she makes the best in all the galaxy.
He's like, I was
Your
gonna
girlfriend
just
lives in
pop
Canada?
open a bottle of Castrovellian champagne.
Ooh, a little bit of the bubbly.
James, do you think you'd come in?
No, stay outside.
All right, we'll presume Refine is outside as well for now then. A little bit passes, a waiter brings you guys over 3 glasses of champagne. And Tasala's comes like, here's to the hard life. Clinks glasses with you guys.
I'll drink to that.
You guys all drink. Give me a fortitude save.
Fuck!
This is one of the reasons. This is
Pass.
one of the reasons I'm outside.
Oh god damn it! The one time I get a natural 1.
Anyone have any channel points for that?
I'm 10 short. I'm literally 10 short.
Uh,
On the flip side, Tasalu got a nat 20. All right.
hold up. Let me.
I'll say, are
Yeah,
you?
I'm sure.
Depends on whether or not you do redeem a reroll here, before I describe.
I don't have it.
Fair.
I'm way off. I definitely don't have enough.
Okay. In that case,
I'm willing to accept it. No, that's what I got.
Shaw's 10 off. I'm 6 off.
oh my god. Tasalu.
Oh, hold on. Oh, Nick's redeemed one for me.
Oh, nice. Clutch. Okay.
All right, let's try that again. Eh, 14. It's better.
It's better.
It's at
but
least
it's
not a critical
still
failure.
Not enough. The critical failure, I think, does actually matter in this case. Okay, so you see Tasalu's kind of like tastes a little sour. It's not supposed to taste like that. You guys see Scorpio's eyes just fucking roll up.
Oh no.
We're gonna go into combat rounds real quick.
The fuck?
Because this is going by 6x6 second rounds is gonna be real important here.
Do we also get to roll in? Me and
If
Refine?
you want to rush in and try to save him, yeah.
Oh,
This isn't necessarily combat.
can I have a token for the board?
Oh yeah, sorry, hold on.
I think I can just drag myself in.
Yeah, just drag yourself wherever on the board. We'll presume you're like rushing in. All right. Let's get that order.
So this isn't like a combat. We're just trying to save Scorpio.
So yes, the one
it could
time-
also be
the one
relevant trying to
time-
figure out what the fuck's happening.
The one
Yeah.
time I rolled good on initiative, and I'm like seizuring.
Yeah, we're straight back to you for another save, buddy. Give me
I'm
another
gonna, like-
fortitude save.
All right.
Maybe we go pick up some antitoxins.
Well, actually, this one is actually a
Another-
little bit slower, I think. So this might, maybe not. We want to be in combat time, but we are going to be in combat time for a different reason. That is a pass. You're going to need a second pass later. Basically, once another minute has passed, we'll go to another thing. For now, you are only. Let's see.
Yeah, I think
you are currently weakened, Scorpio, so you can still do stuff.
All right.
And I
Sure.
think you should be able to toggle weakened.
This we can do.
It's like a -2 on a buttload of stuff. -2 on fort saves, con checks, constitution-based DCs, and each time the victim attempts a fortitude save against the poison, whether he succeeds or fails, he will lose hit points.
Ooh, I maybe have something that can help here. But
Oh.
Scorpio, take your turn first.
So that is an action, or it's not an action. It's just you just make the save. Is there anything else you're trying to do? Is you clearly feel you've been poisoned?
Yeah. I think something's off with this champagne.
Fucking shit.
Give me a perception check, Scorpio.
All right. $18.
Nothing seems out of the ordinary. You see Tasalu is just like, good gods, I don't know what happened. This wasn't me. I wasn't trying to take a shot at you. James, kind of bursting through the door here.
I'll just quickly look at the bouncer and say, lock the fucking doors. No one leaves.
Give me a intimidate check to try to get this bouncer to follow your instructions right now.
It's him.
You've also got the you still have that trinket of you get a free reroll on like an intimidator diplomacy thing. Remember, we got a couple of those.
Could I make... Someone just tried to poison your boss. Can I make the argument for diplomacy?
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say if you're like gesturing across the club, like, look what the fuck's happening. Like there's poison involved. Ooh.
I'm not gonna get better than that. That's an 18.
He just like slams the door behind him. You see like hits that lock on the push bar so no one can get out. Just like huge like agender orc just fucking blocking the door.
Alright, I'm gonna just pull my... what do I have for a gun exactly?
Pull out a sniper rifle in a crowded club.
I have an arc pistol. I think
Probably more useful.
I think Espy has the sonic pistol now. I'm only able to draw one thing per round, right?
Of action, I think.
Yes,
Right?
yes. You should only be able to draw one.
Or as a move action, I can draw something.
You can
right?
draw it, as you're moving as well. You can draw a weapon.
Yeah. So like as part of like any kind of movement, I can draw a weapon or...
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna like... Can I like... What's the... It's not like dash because that's 5 times. You go...
Running is 5 times your speed. A dash is just like you take your action and your move action to both move.
Okay, so that's...
Basically, presumably you were a little bit outside the club. We'll say you're like 20 feet away across the street. Bust in here. It's 25 feet. What's your full movement?
100. Or 50
50 of
movement
the So
speed.
you've used 25. So but you can move another 75 from where you are if like you use your whole turn to move.
As I'm running through, I'll just keep an eye out for anyone who looks sus.
Yeah, I'd say you can still make a free perception check as you're using that. Just kind of sprinting through the click, shoving SROs out of the way. All right, you see, unfortunately, it does look like they're about to kind of go out this like back employee entrance. But
Which way is
you do
that?
see someone. It is like, basically to the right of where you are now. It's like a side door.
Okay.
Give me 1 sec. I'm going to show you what you're looking at here.
I assume I don't have the opportunity to... Because I already talked to the bouncer, I can't like talk again to the group of 3.
Yeah, I don't think you could also get that as well.
Okay, I'll save it for my next turn. I'll just quickly draw something and drop it for him. Because I assume Mr... What's his...
I just realized I mislabeled my image file. I was trying so hard to find it. I'm just an idiot. You do see a brief glimmer of edge core colors. And you see what appears to be some sort of company spy.
Son of a bit. Yeah, so I can't really say anything else, and I can't really draw the thing I was going to draw, but you guys would see James as he is looking through the door, just fiddling with something in his bag.
Alright. Give me to Salu. He is going to make a medicine check to try to just stabilize Scorpio now. Or not stabilize, but you need 2 saves against the poison. Jesus Christ. Another nat 20 in a row. Alright, so Scorpio, you are fine now. Basically see Salu like takes out, he's like, I keep this in case anyone overdoses, and just fucking stabs it into your chest. and you recover from the poison.
Oh,
To be clear, you are still technically weakened for now. You need to rest to get rid of that, but it's not going to get any
Right.
worse than that.
all right. Maybe I'm missing it. I'm not seeing it listed under the conditions here, but I'll
It might
make
not
note
be
of
in the official conditions. It's in the poison rules.
I gotcha.
But basically, here I'll put it in the chat. The part that actually matters. There you go. All right, Shaw. Seems like James just ran in, saw someone leaving. What's your play here?
Seeing that Scorpio has recovered, I let out an audible sigh of relief. I'm immediately, if I've seen Wilco come in, can I roll a perception check? Ben, you decide obviously what the DC is, but I want to see if I was focusing on Scorpio, so I don't know if I would have even seen Wilco come in,
Sure.
and then also if I see who he's looking after.
Yeah, I'd say yeah. Give me a perception roll.
I figure it's going to be a high DC, but if Scorpio's on his feet, then probably not. All right, what I am going to do is, seeing that Shaw is going to go ahead and draw the plasma array. Move
Right.
next to Scorpio,
Big weapon
and
pulls out in the club.
and I'm just going to ready in action. I'm assuming now I see Wilco now that I'm looking out across the club. If I see him engage, if I see anybody that he engages, or if somebody who tries to act hostile towards us, I will open fire.
I think on a 14, you see that, like he said, James is fiddling with something in his bag. I don't know that you can tell he's like looking to go after somebody.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm at this point. I'm holding fire and waiting to see if we have any incoming threats.
Okay.
So if somebody engages us, or if James engages somebody, then and I have a valid target, I will shoot.
Gotcha. Scorpio.
All right. I'll just sort of like raise up to my feet, still feeling a little shaky. Showed weakened status, and say like, what? It's like, Shaw, is someone here? What's going on?
Yeah, they already made us down here. I think somebody tried to already trying to off us. So, on your feet. We're not out of this yet.
All right, he's not gonna actually draw it yet, like here, but he's definitely got his hand on his gun holster.
All right. James. I'm gonna say you got fucking one shot here. This guy is almost as stealthy as you. I need a perception check to see if you can find where he went in the back alleys.
How the fuck does chat keep disappearing? All right. It's a pretty good roll. I'll
That's
stick with it.
pretty fucking good. All right, let me see. I'm gonna double check the bonuses here. I'm gonna tell you what he needs to clear on the dice for this to happen. Let's see. Company spy. You got a 32.
Yeah.
Okay, it's literally 50-50. 10 or lower, and he is you're on him. You're gonna chase him down. 11 or higher, he's giving you the slip. I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna roll this in the chat. Hold on. You see
Yes.
like his fucking coat tail disappear around the corner, and you can sprint after him.
All right. As I see that, I'm just gonna shout, "He's running this way," and I'll give chase.
All right. You sprint down the alleyway. I think we're gonna. Ooh, where is it? We're
I'm
gonna
full
do
on-
a little modified thing over here. I'm gonna get out some chase cards, normally for Pathfinder, but we're gonna do some quick improv and on the fly to make them compatible with Starfinder. All right.
I think this might be a serum, guys. What do you think?
Let's not. It's one dude. I think we'll be okay, but just don't lose him.
I say, if I can get within 30 feet of him, I can use my strangulation gloves.
We're operatives. Odds are you're not catching
They
up
are
to
fast
us.
as fuck.
Yeah, true.
Am I able to tell if he's as fast or faster than me?
You think probably pretty fucking equal.
All right.
Why did these cards get all shuffled up? Who was shuffling my chase cards? Obviously me, but I'm gonna be mad at myself anyway. All right.
Little did Ben know that the kiddo was actually shuffling his cards in his sleep.
I mean, possible. All right.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
I'm gonna say you need to get to chase him down, James. You need to get 3 successes before you get 3 failures, as you chase him through the streets of Absalom Station.
Okay, so this is like skill checks,
Yeah.
not combat. Okay.
All right. First things first. You kind of barrel out of the alleyway into one of the more main streets, and there is just a aggravated, fucking drunk SRO in your way. I'm gonna give you 2 checks here. 1, just yell at him to fucking sober up and give me an intimidate to get him out of your way. Or 2, sleight of hand that bottle from him and chuck it to the side so he leaves you alone. Fucking grab that bottle and just throw it to the side. Ah, you fucking dick. Starts walking over there. That's 1 success.
Oh, do I have to make the intimidate check as well?
No. Sorry, it's like it is either or. I'm gonna give you an either or for each one. I'm just drawing the next one.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. This time you see like he is running actively across the street now. A like hover car is barreling towards you. You got 2 options here. You can either do a diplomacy to try to be like, whoa, like fucking stop, break, or give me a acrobatics check to try to like dodge roll under the hover car. Oh, all right, two successes. You're closing in on him. He like looks back, sees you again, tries to pour on some speed. These obstacles are obviously slowing him down. Shuffles up, 1 last draw. Oh, all right. We're down in the fucking spire. Shit is broken here. You see he clambers up a rusty drain pipe to try to get on top of a building. I'm going to need you to give me either it's gonna be a pretty hard acrobatics check, an easier athletics check.
What's the mechanical difference between the acrobatics and the athletics? Is it just a higher or lower DC?
Acrobatics is the higher DC. Basically, it's going to be you just fucking like triangle jumping between these 2 buildings up the alley wall. Athletics is like you're just hauling yourself up the like series of busted pipes. It's easier, lower DC, but acrobatics is the harder DC of the 2.
Could I ask what's like difference between the DCs?
A difference of about 10.
Oh fuck. Would my jump jets help at all? Would my jetpack help at all?
Do the jetpack. I'm gonna say since it is a chase scene, I'll cut the difference down by like a 5.
Okay, so I'll still stick with the acrobatics. It is. I think it's actually my exploits. Like,
Best skill.
yeah, it's like its favorite skill or something.
Oh!
Oh fuck yes!
Fucking cooked. All right, you
Noise!
like triangle jump, hit the jets, like, and just come down with your boot in this dude's fucking back, and just drive him to the ground. I'm gonna say for like cinematic sake, effectively just pinning him to the ground at the moment.
I'm gonna take my laser pistol, jam it right up against his crotch, and say, "Not a movement from you."
You see he was like getting ready to fucking roll around and just like freezes on the spot. All right, easy there, easy.
I'm gonna pull out the chem analyzer, see if there's any like trace left on him of the poison.
Seems I would say I think is there a specific check with the chem analyzer?
Yeah, you know, it would be helpful if I actually read the things that.
If I actually read my gear.
Yeah, I think I bought it ages ago. I've never used it. It grants a
Yeah, you bought it a
+4
long
circumstance
time ago.
bonus to engineering, mysticism, and physical science checks to identify an unknown drug, medicinal poison, or other chemical substance. So, can I quickly just check his pockets, see if I can find whatever he put in the champagne?
Yeah, I'd say you found like an empty fucking vial that you like kind of popped the lid off of and poured it in.
All right,
Uh,
I'll
yeah,
chem analyze it.
go for it. So that breaks
Uh,
+4 to physical science. Is that what you said?
yeah, so it would be physical science for poisons.
Okay. Yeah, give me a physical science roll at +4.
19.
Some kind of quick acting arsenic. It makes the onset a lot quicker, but it does still have arsenic's standard, like 1 minute per save advancement time.
Okay. I'll just call the others over. Just make sure he can't. Like,
Yeah, Shaw is like full on like double time march, hustle over there.
You see, he kind of like looks up at you all. He's got these like, very small shades on, as you can see. Fucking cool as hell. What a cyberpunk.
I take his shades.
He's like, fuck my shades.
To the victor go the spoils.
He's just like, all right, calm your friend down here. I'm not trying to get shot in the dick.
Well,
Oh yeah, the pistol's not left his dick at any point.
He's just like, look,
Well-
there's killing and then there's overboard, all right?
well, whether or not you keep your equipment depends on what you got to tell us.
His company logo is Edgecore, right?
You kind of like, it's not immediately obvious, but you like open up his jacket, you find some Edgecore shit on him. He's definitely working for the company.
Yeah. Did they tell you what we did to the people who stole the ship back?
No, I was sent here with a couple of others to comb the city and flush you all out, okay?
Shaw leans in and chuckles. We had them seated on top of 2 Havoc charges, and now they're smeared all over the inside of that ship. And then, as I stand back up away from his face, now, I don't have any more of those on me. I unholster the plasma cannon and put it right in his neck.
I thought you were gonna say right at his dick as well. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I got the dick covered.
You see
Now-
his face gets noticeably paler. And he's like,
I will say, look, now, tell us where they took my fucking ship. And then I flip it to full automatic, and you hear that all of it were up right as I hold it right in his
I
face.
don't know, man. I don't know. All right, look, Alid, Rysora, she said the 3 of us. All right, it's me, this lady Droon, and this guy Gantz. Okay. This is like
Isn't he
This is
Gantz?
Gantz's official art. I just like, there's only one official spy art for them, but yes, this one is not actually Gantz.
Okay, so he's just some random lackey for Gantz and the other one.
Yeah. Well,
Where are they?
presumably on the same level as the other 2, but this is dope art. So like, well, I'm just gonna use it for the 2 of them, and Droon can get her other art.
Fair.
It's like I don't know where they are right now. Look,
Your safe house, then. And you guys have seen it. Shaw is furious.
he's like, look, don't kill me, all right? I'll go out into the vast. I won't come back, all right? I tell you what, you let me go, all right? That's the deal.
Yep.
Speak quickly.
All right, look, Droon and Gantz, I don't know exactly where they are. We all have our own different safe houses at the city. We're basically contractors for the company. We don't really need to work for anyone else because, quite frankly, they pay us well enough if we get the job done.
Right. Well, they just
there's
started a war.
What?
I said, well, they just started a war. I don't think you want to continue doing business with them.
Look, they gotta be somewhere down here in the Spike, all right? If I know them, they're gonna do what they do best. Hit and run, hide and evade. If they find you, they'll try to either, I don't know, take a snipe at you, make you bleed. If they can corner you with both of them, then they'll do that. That'll be their go-to.
Shaw looks. What's your communication methods with your contractor?
We have regular check-ins.
Tell them you flushed us out, and we're heading. You were able to flush us out of the spike, further back up into Absalom.
All right, I'll do that. We were
Just-
supposed
I
to
just-
check
I
in
look-
every
I-
24 hours. We check in.
I look over at Wilco. You think that'll at least throw him off us for a bit?
Mm-hmm.
Make it happen. Then get the fuck off this station. If I ever see you again, you'll get this entire battery.
You see, he, like, double taps his earpiece. He's like, "Yeah, I'm reporting in. Look, I flushed them out of the spike. I'll keep you updated. But yeah, they're on the move. Yeah, yeah, okay. All right." Taps it off again.
Good. Shaw clicks off the gun and pulls it up.
I removed my gun from his crotch.
He like sighs a breath of relief, and he's like, "All right, look, you all are fucking psycho, so I'm out of here."
Run now.
You see, like gets like kind of like slips on like the slick rooftop, clambers down the ladder on the opposite side as you guys are just kind of up here. There is very little weather within Absalom Station. There is sometimes artificially induced stuff, and it's clear they're kind of trying to flush out the systems in the spike, so it's a little wet right now, kind of like automatic misters on.
That chase could not have gone better for me.
Yeah,
You
that
rolled
was
like a
clean.
madman.
That was clean.
It doesn't help that like he chose my best skill. Like the chase was like my best skills.
I will say, yeah, dude. Out of like, so that deck is divided into like the dungeon section, the urban section, and like the wilderness. I chose the urban one and was like just revamping it with sci-fi vibes. Very
I got
easily
the
could have not drawn ones that did not involve acrobatics.
Yeah, but like the only way to really get around in a city is like acrobatics, like parkour shit. That's where parkour.
Oh yeah, I mean
has its
the
thing.
key of the deck is kind of like suspension of like they try to throw a lot of scenarios at you, like a baker like slams into you, like blocking your path, etc., etc. Okay.
It also helps that I have like trained everything except for physical science.
True. All right. With that in mind, so heading back into the club. First of all, you guys are gonna. Barnaba and Sasalu are still happy to take you in, knowing that this guy is getting the fuck out of here, and presumably the other two don't know where you are, Gantz and them. Sasalu is like, "Look, I have something for you that, if you find a ship, it might be helpful, and it's outdated for our club." He offers you this set of like advanced VR tech. This would be where Refine would come in. If anyone gives me an engineering check on it.
Don't know if I need to now, but
Jesus, okay.
All right.
Shaw, you analyze it, and you're like, okay, we probably won't use it as this, but you could probably scrap that VR tech to give whatever ship you're able to find the following. Mark 3 mono node, and increase the mark of defensive countermeasures by 1.
Okay.
Nice.
Basically, a spare part you could put on the ship, whatever you find.
is somebody writing down all these bonuses we can add to our ship?
I think
Well,
that's
I
the
think-
only bonus so far.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I-
also from the downtime, like I think we could have added.
I
something.
wrote down everything that which yeah.
I think really the only downtime one that's going to matter a lot is if you want to buy any more serums before you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go pay the nerds a visit. Like Starfinder, is it antitoxin or is it
I think it's
Um,
antitoxin.
is antitoxin just a catch-all for all?
I believe it's for catch-all.
You gain a bonus equal to the equal to 3 plus the medicinal's tier to saving throws against poison for a number of hours equal to its tier. So we could get tier 1s for 75 or for 7.5 credits, tier 2s for 45 credits, and tier 3s for 270 credits.
Since you guys actually, okay, never mind. Continue.
Maybe get some tier 2s because it's 45.
Yeah,
per.
good dude.
I'll grab 3 of them.
I'll grab a pair as well. I have medicine trained. 2, so 90 credits for 2.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'll go ahead and grab a couple for myself. Never hurts to have.
I think isn't the giant snake in Starfinder? Isn't it like it? I feel like it should be immune to poison. I just don't know if it is.
Oh, probably. I'd have to look it up.
I don't think it has any venom though. I think it's the
I
constrictor.
think it's just meant to be like a constrictor snake.
Yeah, I believe so. Because like usually it's like the vipers or stuff like that are what they will do for poisonous snakes.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right. Well, let's take a quick bathroom pause then, and then we'll come back to laying low on the station. Speaking of Warhammer, I need to fucking build my jump intercessors so bad.
I'm still working my way through other things. My dreadnought is going to be next.
I need to get that and the whirlwind tank, and then the scouts when they come out, and then I think the list I ran against the Grey Knights the other day might be my GT list for the Blue Ridge
Nice.
GT.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to seeing your whirlwind done because like I want to see the Horus Heresy one.
It's pretty spicy. I think it looks better than the regular one, to be fair.
Agreed. Well, and I don't want to derail the conversation entirely
Yeah,
because
sorry.
it's one no, but it's one of those things of why the Horus Heresy vehicles are so good. Why you do this, GW?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Why are the best tanks in like their niche game?
They're nichest of their niche games, but anyways.
Fucking GW. All right. Cool. So, at this point, it is starting to get later in the day. You guys might have to rest. But
I
you
would
do at
say
least have a
once
safe house
things,
now. Go ahead.
yeah, once things has calmed down, I know he'll be able to hide a text, so I'll just text Dizzy. Said, safe at the place. Safe at the place. Let's talk later.
You get like back like a good idea.
And I'll just sort of give like a thumbs up reaction and just leave it at that.
Also, I think when we have a minute, once we're safe upstairs, I think Shaw would quickly fire off a message to the captain. It's like, "We're burned. Stay away. Just stay away. Be careful."
To Neva.
No, to
Oh, to your captain. Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
to Iron Star.
Okay. She's like, Roger that. Stay frosty.
Always.
All right.
And I say like, well, I'm just, I know it's gonna happen at some point. I just know, Shotzi's gonna call me, and it's just gonna be her yelling. I just know it's gonna happen. Just know it's gonna happen.
Shaw kind of rubs his chin a bit. I'm surprised we haven't heard from her yet, to be honest.
Wait, you don't, and I'll just sort of lean forward just with you, right? You don't think she would have taken up the bounty on us, do you?
Do you think? I mean, she's your sister. Do you think she wouldn't?
Tough to say.
Well, it's hard to tell. I mean, it's like she hasn't heard from us, so maybe she thinks we might have.
It also,
Yeah.
alternatively, if we're burned, she may not be able to risk contact with us. She is theoretically at least a legitimate businesswoman.
True.
Theoretically.
Right.
So
well,
that she may not be willing to make that risk. So
true. Well, in either case, I wasn't planning on getting in touch with her anyway, so.
So Shaw kind of rubs his chin a little bit. Actually, that gives me a thought. If we're burned, does that put you out of running to run the company? Does she even need us now?
That is a good question. Because it's like, that's the thing, right? Like, sure, like Blackheart Security's done some like underhanded stuff, but you saw like here, like even we wouldn't fuck with the Golden League.
No, and if she thinks she can discredit you to the point where she may not need us. If this allows her to discredit you to the point where if you're irresponsible enough or what have you to not be trusted, then she could. I don't know. Let's wait and see what happens. But if you have back channels to keep an ear on what goes on in your company, it might be worth taking a listen when things calm down a bit.
Right. Also,
I'd rather, because if she is able to take over the company, then there's nothing stopping her from trying to kill us and collect the bounty. Again, I hate to sound harsh, but I mean, again, this is the question for you. You've not been particularly charitable in your description of your sister, do you think that she would be willing to? She's helped us out now because it's been useful to her. If she no longer needs it, if that is indeed the case, is there any reason to expect that she'll do anything to help us?
Probably, as much as I hate to say it, probably not. For her, everything's always it's always practical and tactical for her. It's always about
Practical
if
and tactical.
it's like if it's always to her, it's always like what value do you have to her like right now? And right now we're nothing.
Right now, we'd be a liability if anything else.
Hmm.
Shaw grimaces.
Hmm.
Are we alone up in the loft and everything?
Yeah, you're alone in the loft.
Let's get these scumbags out of here and see if they got anything to offer us. Let's unload the 3 hitmen that we have on ice.
All right.
That's good.
Let me tab back. I had a separate tab open for them. All right. So everything in this first parentheses times 2 from the Golden League Hitmen. And then from the Golden League Scrubber, did use one of his serums of healing, so there's only 2 of them. But this breakdown.
What level serum of healing?
Mark 2.
Okay. What armors do they have?
Yeah,
Aztec.
I put it all in the chat, but I'm gonna put it in Discord as well because it's easier to read.
Oh, okay, I see it there. Sorry.
That's a
There's
Mark
no-
3.
Okay.
I think I'm just looking up. I have the what do you call it? Vesk Mark 3.
Yeah, did. If nobody objects, I'd like to take that force field.
Then
Go
all
for
that
it.
second stuff I put in the chat times 2. The golden forge plating and stuff.
All right. No, the
So I
Gauntlet
have
Forge plating isn't fantastic, but. Ooh.
Do you guys
Are you-
mind if I took the thermal capacitor?
What's it do?
It gives you +5 to. It gives you +5 cold and fire resist.
Oh yeah, I'm good with that. If you got, actually, we get 2 of them.
Oh,
Remember,
nice.
there's two bad guys.
Yeah. I think that was in the times 2 section.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm already naturally fire resistant. Actually, I'm more fire resistant than their suits are. If you guys want those, I'm okay with it. I'd like the force field.
Yeah, sure.
Somebody could take that electrostatic field. It's the same thing, but it's also it's +5 electricity, and I think the Mark 1 is
I think it also
Enemy
shocks people who hit you.
they take a D6 lightning. I think.
I'll take that because I've got the heavy armor that has all the upgrade slots in it. I'll go full power tech for the moment.
Yeah, I think I can only fit the thermal.
Or do you
vest
actually?
room.
Or do you want that, Scorpio? Because often, like the way you fight, you oftentimes have attacks of opportunity coming at you.
True.
Everything's going to take a D6 even if it hits you.
Hmm.
And
You're-
Shaw
and-
rarely gets hit. So it
Yeah,
wouldn't
Scorpio,
be
you have a
as-
lower AC than I do, so yeah, that probably would be better.
All right, I'll go and
Okay.
take it.
What is this advanced Night Arch? Needler.
Oh, the
I don't-
pistol the
yeah,
sleeper was using.
Yeah.
Basically
2d6
shoots like poison
piercing.
shit.
Scorpio, you still don't have a two-handed weapon, right?
Correct.
You know what?
You see Shaw ratchet one of the fuel tanks into one of the flamers and toss it to him. I know you prefer your sword and your pistol, but sometimes you might need to be able to hold off a crowd.
Biocide COM, that's a poison, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. COM is just the book that it was from.
Okay.
Biocide, basically that was I don't think you guys can actually sell it. That was the specialized poison he made as a biohacker of the class.
Are we able to use that?
No, I don't think you can use it unless you're a biohacker.
Okay.
Basically,
I will
it says 4 because he made one for each of you. That's like the special one he targeted Refine with. He had one for each of you. You just took them out quickly enough that didn't fire them all.
Which is probably good because that would have been disastrous.
Yeah, Biocide's no joke.
All right.
I will,
yeah.
however, take the needler. And how many needles did he have?
Ooh, let's see.
I think he only fired
30
one.
darts.
He
Yes,
only
30
fired, I think, one towards the guy. Yeah, towards you guys.
Right after it says he has 30 darts, so yeah.
Yeah, so,
So-
29 darts, we'll say.
And I'll take
Uh,
the second flamethrower as well for the time being.
Love a good flamethrower.
It's cost. So, do we want to pick up some poisons, or can I borrow some money to pick up some poisons?
Keep in mind, businesses aren't gonna deal with you.
Yeah.
I
Let's
have my
not-
nerds. I have my nerds.
I don't think we
did
need
it say
to.
serums or it might have said poisons? To be fair, let me see.
I don't know if. Yeah. I don't know if we. I mean, I guess if we got an Ealer pistol, we can use it for poisons. Is the Aztec suit
Let's see,
better than
grant
armor either of you guys have?
funding, Burn. I don't think you can get poison. It's only medicinals and serums.
Okay.
But it still does 2d6, which beats out my D6.
Still by itself, honestly, still a good pistol.
I think it also has a +2 to sleight of hand checks.
Yeah, it's easier. It's easier to conceal.
Yeah, I think.
Keep the
I'll,
arc pistol just as a backup, like,
Non-lethal thing.
well, also ballistic versus
EAC.
energy. Yeah.
That makes sense. All right.
I'll take the second. Yeah. So Scorpio and I each have a flamethrower, which I know that's not usually our canon. Honestly, my plasma gun's better, but better to have some backup weapons. I think right now we're gonna be living lean for a bit. You okay with that, Scorpio?
Yeah, sure.
All right. As
Is the Aztec suit better than the armor either of you guys have?
I don't think it is. I think
Nah.
Vest Brig is like 10 and 10, and I think that travel suit is like. Refine has the gold, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
Aztec
it's
suit
9 and 10, and I think the Aztec is like 7.
7 and 8. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Okay, then we can bag it and sell it later.
All right. Gotcha.
And then I'll split the grenades as well with Scorpio.
As you guys, I presume you do spend the night, so go ahead and recover a little bit of health if anyone's missing any. I think you're good at the moment. You guys do hear like a knock on the loft door early in the morning.
Oh, my needler. Open the door, and I'm just ready to fire.
Just
at it.
ready. You see Tasalu from downstairs is like, oh, don't shoot the messenger. I brought some guests. He stands out of the way, and you see in the stairwell is the crew of the Wintermorn.
How about that?
So we got Jinx, Neva, Dizzy, and Hemleth. I'll say this encounter could go a lot of ways, but been charting your guys' progress, and I think you have gotten some good results.
But was this like if you didn't save them, this is where they turn on you?
There's like a bunch of opportunities with them, but yeah, if you keep doing bad, they're not gonna help you. In fact, probably looking for some bounties.
I kind of figured.
But
better to have a friendly rival than
Neva,
outright hostile one.
as the captain's kind of like, Hey, can we come in? Discuss this?
Sure, come on in.
Scorpio
Yep.
does his best to look surprised, to be like, "Oh my gosh, what are you all doing here?"
That's it. I'll wave him on in.
They pile in. The Hemlith kind of pats you on the back on the way, but is like checking her pistol, like making sure there's no windows in here, like have people jump you. Neva is like, got that usual bravado, but you can tell she's softening it. Definitely got some empathy for the situation. She's like, look, I know that this is a shitty situation. You've been burned, and I can't necessarily remedy that. I have a policy against giving anything away for free, but perhaps, unfortunately, something more Dizzy actually speaks up. And Dizzy is just like, yeah, about that. I have information you can use, and I'll give it to you if you help me with something at the same time. Neva kind of nods, seems a little mollified by this idea. Like, yeah, Dizzy kind of chimed in unexpectedly, but still, they're striking a deal.
I'm listening.
Dizzy, they lean in and is like, I did a little look-see for this woman who hates you so much, Dizzy explains. Executive Vice President Aline Rysora, right? Now, I couldn't find out where she is, but what I did find is her private office right here on the station. I bet if you could get in there and hack her terminal, you'd be able to find out where she's hiding. And while you're there, maybe you could do a little snooping for me, too.
Okay.
Scorpius, he's kind of like eyeing you while he's giving this offer, like very directly.
He's just sort of like nodding and just wanting to hear out everything first before saying anything.
And I imagine Scorpio has kind of the look of like kind of wishing for something to hide behind a little bit.
Yeah.
As long as it involves shitting in Edgecore's Cheerios, I don't care.
Shaw nods to that.
I'm petty at this point.
I can't argue with that. What'd you have in mind? What'd you have in mind?
Due at this point. All right.
I can't fault that logic. I mean,
Neva is like, look, I did forbid Dizzy from going anywhere near her office. It's up in the ring, out of a sense of self-preservation. But Dizzy, you want to tell me what you want in there? Dizzy's like scratching kind of like the purple spikes on the back of his head. I got an uncle, a dragonkin named Darsalfin, public relations agent in a company office on Triaxis. Now, Darsalfin suffers from lung and kidney disease and is going to die without medical care. Unfortunately, the company is refusing to pay his costs, citing pre-existing conditions. Puts in like, heavy air quotes. Dizzy has written code that will alter the company's records, Neva chimes in. Dizzy's like, yeah, we could get him the treatment he needs. Look, I can give you the code, I've been working on it, but I need you to upload it to that secure server in her office. If you can upload it, make sure it's protected, then, well, I feel like that's worth it. Telling you where her office is, right?
very much so. If we can figure, we got a lead on maybe some ways around to get off the station, but we need to know where to go. Luckily, Shaw chuckles. We left whoever took our ship a few Christmas presents. If we can get back, we can get the VI, which, out of character, I don't think we ever did settle on a name for that. We can get the ship back online. I did like your suggestion for Swerve. That is a pretty good one. But if we can get the ship's intelligence back online and get the ship going, then maybe we can get out of there. But Shaw looks over at James and chuckles. We left them a few Christmas presents. We left them a few presents on the ship when they tried to take it.
Alright. Look.
I'm just waiting for the day we finally get back there and the blood still hasn't been cleaned.
It's just like
Oh, that-
huge like blood splatter on the ceiling still.
It's gonna be like 5 crates of exploded tomatoes in the bridge.
Oh my
Your
God.
chair is gone, by the way.
Oh, my chair is gone. It's a standing desk now.
Standing desk.
I imagine we power up the VN and he, she, they, whatever it is, we haven't decided. It's just be like, the fuck did you do in here?
Drill on this, by the way. Dizzy basically is like, look, you can take Digit with you. It'll be a secure way to carry the payload. And his little bot crawls over to you guys.
Oh, hello. Good to see you again.
Just keep Digit safe, all right?
That we can do.
Magic kind of like trills happily with Refine's robot.
Okay. Yeah, let's. I'd be very much inclined to pay her a visit. Do you know anything about what the security's like there? Obviously, we have to get up into the ring, but I think we can find a few back routes.
He's like, honestly, apart from that, I don't know.
All right, we'll make do.
It took a fair bit of hacking just to get the location.
Much appreciated, Sean Odds. We really appreciate it. I mean, any chance we can get to try and clear our name and get our shit back is going to be, well, means the world to me.
Well, Neva kind of like you can tell like Dizzy's ready to keep going all day. Neva's like, look, we should get going.
All right. Well, before you do, Dizzy, look, I've been almost like, I got something important I need to talk to you about. Do you have at least like a minute?
Jinx kind of is like, Neva's like, Jinx, Nehemlith, help me with something downstairs, and then they just kind of like walk out.
I say like,
yeah, sure. There's like a little
I'll just turn
kitchen
the
at the back of the
it's like,
loft.
it's like Dizzy and I just need like just a minute alone, okay?
Could you guys buy us any poison vials? Just as a
Give me give me a diplomacy check. Because that would be risking them if they found if they'd be risking their licenses and stuff if they help a burn person.
I'll stick with the 21.
Okay. I think Neva's like, all right, look, nothing in bulk. All right, just I'll grab a few doses and bring it back.
Awesome.
I'd say she'd probably grab you we'll say 4 doses of poison.
Nice.
Anything more than that might raise some alarms.
Yeah, I'll have to go looking through the.
Yeah, we can
poisons.
retroactively say you gave her a list that you as a bounty hunter were so ready to know all the poisons. But yeah, just let me know with whatever you pick.
Yeah.
All right. So Dizzy kind of heads to the back of the loft with you, a little kitchenette area, and you're like, all right. I'll admit I was hoping you'd come join me for that absinthe the other day, but what's up?
Well, yes. First thing about that, do you remember what you sent me when you were drunk?
I kind of scratches the horns vaguely. I don't know. I get a little.
So
Tipsy.
Scorpio takes out his communicator, opens up the password protected folder, and starts playing the video that Dizzy sent him, and it shows him dancing naked to "Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me."
Yeah, that tracks. Look, it's just a bit of fun, all right? Hemlith always gets after me for partying a little too hard after jobs. I hope you didn't take it the wrong way.
I mean, there's only so many ways I can take that sort of thing, if you'll pardon the turn of phrase, considering what you and I have done.
Kind of shrugs. He's like, I was just sent it for a bit of fun.
Well, yes, but look,
He kind of puts his hand on your arm. He's like, look, you're a fun person to hang around with.
Look, Dizzy, stop. Look, this is serious, okay? You need to stop thinking with your dick for a minute, all right?
See
And
his
just
smile
listen
kind
to
of
me,
fades. Like, whoa, all right. Like steps back a little bit. What's up?
all right? Look, I appreciate what you and the others on your crew have done for us, all right? I just want to make that clear before I move on to my next thing. Look, I'm in a serious relationship now with someone, so I can't have you sending me shit like this, all right? We had a fun time together, but that's not really what I want anymore, all right?
Yeah, whatever, man. I hear you. Like, if you ever want some fun, let me know. But, man, this is, thought it'd be a bit more fun than this. Getting you guys to working together with you guys again. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm happy for you, sure.
The thing is, I don't know if Show's not really the type to go for that sort of thing, right? She and I, she wants to have a serious thing together and want to eventually start her own club. And look, you and your crew, you keep doing your thing, and you know, you enjoy that. You can hear like she sees me for me, and look, it isn't that I didn't like the time we had together. It's just that I need more than just someone who looks at me and sees me as just another conquest.
You see, he's like shaking his head as he's like, "All right, look, man, that's not what I'm after. All right, that's clearly you guys got feelings and stuff, and look, I'll leave you to it. I gave you the info. You guys get me what I want. That's all that needs to be said, right?"
Shaw nods. We'll get it taken care of.
Kind of looks you up and down, Scorpion. I was like, "Yeah, all right." Turns around. It's like a little like you can tell it's a very frustrated gesture from a dragonkin, but kind of like a quick like flex of his wings, kind of like shaking them out. But they head downstairs.
After they leave, Shaw exhales a bit.
Sure, yeah.
I'm glad that went. That could have been worse. I'm glad that turned out relatively well. I know you were concerned.
Scorpio will just sort of like slump in chair and just sigh. It's like, hey, Shaw, could you make me one of those, I don't know, one of those like fancy glowing radioactive drinks you like? I think I need one right now.
Is there so?
I would say,
I mean,
give me there's probably some drinks up here. Give me well,
Fortitude save.
Yeah, I think Shaw. Honestly, given some time on board on board an active duty military ship, and you know, believe me when I say that I probably know how to. Shaw probably knows how to make some stuff that'll knock you on your ass.
Yeah, I would say give me a fortitude save. It's definitely not a very
It's like,
refined. It definitely
this is good.
burns.
Yeah, this is gonna burn a bit.
Damn, fucking
All right.
Yeah.
stomach
Shaw
of iron
just
there just takes it.
Shaw just sits next to him. Doesn't say anything. I'll probably fix something myself, and I'll just you know. Actually, you know what? I'll break out the fancy ass booze that we picked up from the from the apartment, and I'll split that with have a couple minutes. Like, don't get too sloshed. I think we're gonna have some work to put in today, but I understand. Matters of the heart never easy, especially right now.
I mean,
coming over and trying to bite me, then running away.
I mean, look, but you know what the strangest thing is, right? Like, it's like he never let me be on top, you know, which is like, you know, like he did, like, you know, and he's suggesting, he's like, oh, but you're like riding the dragon. I'm like, well, that doesn't count. And then he just sort of passes out.
Shaw looks over, looks back at Wilco, shrugs. We'll brew some coffee here in a minute. Give him a few minutes. He's at a. Then we'll go find Aline's office.
Well, you guys do have 2 leads as well. So you got Elaine's office, and you also have the junk track, which might have been a lead to a ship.
Yes. Do we want to talk? So once Scorpio's recovered, I'll make up some coffee for him once he starts, and plenty of water, so that way he's not bumming around with a hangover for the rest of the day.
You
Sure.
probably try to secure the ship before we do the mission. In case it
That-
goes pear-shaped, we have a out.
Shaw chuckles. You mean when it goes pear-shaped?
Oh yeah.
So
I mean,
I
I
like
think
that.
the needler is inherently silent because it shoots needles.
I think it is supposed to be like compressed air gun, from what I understand from the lore. So it should be pretty quiet.
Just wait for the day I have quad attack.
Foul. Well,
All right, I'll make
that's
him-
a decent plan, yeah.
Yeah, I think Shaw nods. Let's talk to the Gobos first. See what we can do. But I think you're right. We need to make sure we have an exit set up and ready to go. That in case, yeah. Shaw chuckles. Even if have a bad feeling, we'll be flying a rebuilt washing machine with a hyperdrive with a drift engine attached. But well, can't be choosy under the circumstances.
We got some upgrades for it.
Shaw chuckles at the taken apart VR set. I suppose so.
All right. So if that's the case, you guys will stay near the spike for now. You guys know
Which I think
you
is-
are. Go ahead.
Well, considering we sent them false information that we were heading up top, I think staying low is a good idea. Is a decent idea until we have to go up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll have to deal with the assassins at some point. I kind of want to deal with them before we do the office.
I agree with that. I have a feeling they'll find us as we go, but
Mhm.
we'll see. Let's talk to the Gobos.
All right. So you guys, directed to this like scrapyard, bot scrap rat racing place by your old friends Rattlesnarp, Fleagrebe, and Goog, the classic goblins. You're looking for Rat Rod. So, as you guys head down, you see as you approach just the strangest looking racetrack. Haphazardly spaced lampposts assembled from assorted machine parts illuminate this colossal mound of scrap. A wide groove cuts a crooked path through the base of the junk pile, and it curves bordered by rows of flattened steel that resemble bleacher seats. A distant echo and swirling dust make the junkyard seem lonely and deserted until the roar of an unseen engine or the crash of splintering metal shatters the quiet periodically. You see nearby the entrance there is a Asoki kind of drying his hands on this like old oil-soaked rag. And as you approach, you guys would assume that this is probably Rat Rod. There we go. What do you guys do?
I think Shaw looks over. Oh, shall we go say hello?
I mean, they're your friends.
The goblins aren't even here.
That's
They
a-
just said to find him.
Yeah.
But you're captain. I think you should take lead this time.
Friends is a strong word for a goblin, but we'll see how it goes. And Shaw will start walking up towards Rat Rod. Excuse me, Rat Rod?
Kind of spits on the ground. It's like, yeah, he wants to know.
Yeah. Name Shaw. Mutual acquaintance of ours, Gobbo by the name of Goog. Said he might be able to help give us a hand here.
So he kind of looks up from his work and he's like, oh, hey. Smiles broadly. He's like, yeah, you're the dopes who got smoked by EdgeCore in the league, right?
Shaw chuckles.
He like gestures at some nearby Yosoki engineers, and he's like, hey, we got some celebrities over here.
You gotta work hard to piss off, both the corporate sorts and the criminal sorts all at the same time.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Look, Goog said you were coming my way. What can me and my friends help you with?
Well, ideally, we need some kind of transport off this station. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to have essentially some functional engines that we can use to get out of here.
Doesn't have to be pretty, he says. All right,
And
look.
some weapons, just as a precaution.
Ideally, yes,
Oh,
but
of course. We can't be going unarmed, right?
indeed.
Why do I feel like this guy is gonna backstab us?
No,
I mean,
look. Look, I'm a personable, generous, and gracious.
I didn't
kind
say
of
this
guy,
out loud.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. But I think he would.
It's the New York, New Jersey accent that's like, this guy is scamming us.
Look,
Ouch.
maybe I happen to have a starship that you jokers could get back in the action with, right? And maybe I'd be happy to loan it to you. Happy to. Just as soon as, I'm sure I won't go broke on account of these lazy slackers. He gestures towards his employees. Give me a sense motive check. James, you think, like, they're laughing along with him, but these workers are definitely overworked and underpaid. Like, they don't like him that much. Look, alright, I got 3 tasks that need completion around the track. Number 1, one of the hairpin turns needs to be widened because the test vehicles, they keep clipping the inside bend. Second, the decorative flamethrowers on the track's jump ramp need their spacing adjusted so they don't incinerate quite so many racers. Finally, the 180-degree bank turn at the end of the track, well, it keeps shifting. I don't really know why. You get those 3 things under control, track gets a successful test run, I help your crew. What we think?
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I imagine the first one's like an athletics check. Just
If it's athletics, that I can do pretty well.
yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Alright, I'd say go in, you head toward the hairpin turn. Workers there, like, struggle with, like, heavy chunks of metal. I'd say if you're inspecting the area, give me a, physical science check.
I am technically trained in this. It doesn't mean I'm good at it. Not terrible.
Alright. Working our way up. Does James want to try as well?
I'll make the physical science check. Sure.
Alright, progressing. You realize that of all the chunks of metal out here, some of the metal is hard to move, as you've seen, perhaps not entirely because it's heavy, but some of the metal has been magnetized, which also might explain why so many racers have just been hitting the wall. You would think that knowing that, you could attempt either like an engineering check to like reverse that polarity, or just like a hefty fucking athletics check to haul it back into place.
Sorry, it's what kind of check to reverse the polarity?
Engineering. Basically, if you don't change the polarity of this magnet, it's gonna make the athletics check a lot harder.
I can roll to
Okay, what
assist
is-
on that.
What is Refine's engineering?
Let's check. I think it's like plus 18 or something.
Yeah, she's way better than me.
I've only got a
I feel
plus
like it's
7.
something crazy. Hold on, I'm trying to load up her sheet real quick.
I'll try to help Refine if she wants to make the check.
Yeah,
I
because
can
my
roll
engineering's
for it.
decent. I think yours is better than mine, but she obviously kicks our butts.
Yeah, I got a 13.
It's just taking me forever to load her sheet right now. Come on, roll 20. Alright, let's see. Cat, I swear if you bite my leg, I'm not gonna be happy about it. Oh my goodness, come on now. Just does not want to load her sheet at all. Alright, there we go. Jesus. Alright. It was 19. I was right. This is right on the money.
Yeah, I'll aid. We're fine.
Alright, go ahead and give me your check to assist. I'll roll engineering. It's being laggy. Yeah, I clicked it. I don't know if it actually registered, though. Come on.
Cool 30.
Almost nailed it anyway. The same check. All right. That is enough to reverse the polarity. The area is not entirely repaired, but the athletics check associated with moving the metal back in place is going to be a lot easier now.
All right, that sounds like me.
You feel like beforehand, you could probably feel, Shaw, like the resistance of the magnet when you press on the metal. Now you can just tell, like, this is just a heavy chunk to push around.
Scorpio, can you give me a hand with this one?
I'd say one of you wants to aid the other.
Think you got it, Captain.
All right, go ahead for your roll.
All right. What am I rolling here?
Athletics.
Athletics. Got it.
All right,
19.
that will assist, so it's an additional +2.
So 21. I do have a reroll if that is not going to do with the job.
Like a channel reroll.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, I think you can feel like that's probably not going to do it.
Okay.
It made it easier, but not that easy.
1 second here. Alright, spent. Let me reroll that. So 26?
That'll do it. Yeah, it reduced it. Basically, it was a 30 reduced down to a 25.
Okay.
You both of you like just this titanic effort, clang, readjust the hairpin turn, push the metal back. You see some of the workers that have clearly been trying to do this for just hours, not knowing what was wrong, are just like, oh, thank the gods.
I should imagine a bunch of small Yosoki just trying to lift magnetized plates.
Oh yeah, like you could tell it was basically a crowd of like Yosoki in overalls struggling to push a repelled magnetic plate and not understanding where it was going.
All right. So, decorative flamethrowers.
All right. Step 2, yeah, the flamethrowers.
Yeah, it's the Scorpio will be like, how are they decorative if they still burn the fuck out of you? I don't get
You
it.
see, you like say that as you're around the corner and see Yosoki like running by with like a burning overall that it's like patting out. Space
He just calls out, stop, drop, and roll! Stop, drop, and roll!
You see, he just like rolls down the junk hill like into the distance. You hear like a loud clang. He's like, "Oh fuck, that didn't work." All right. So spacing out the flamethrowers. This is obviously a less physically demanding task. But what it is going to require for you guys is 3 successful dexterity checks. Alternatively, just straight dexterity. Alternatively, in lieu of adjusting the spacing of the flamethrowers, give me an engineering check. See if there might be like another way to just like solve this problem.
Can I aid refine?
Yeah, I think you. Yeah, with refine.
Or is it better just to do it separate? Never mind.
It's
Refine
fine. Don't
just.
worry. Basically, there is a way that the flamethrowers can be like integrated into an automated firing routine, which would spare the racers while also looking more dazzling and impressive to the audience. This would be a computer's check rather than the 3 dexterity checks. The computer's check will be pretty hard to sync up because, like, in and of itself isn't a hard
What is-
thing to program. It's because the gear is so shitty in this junkyard. But the Dex
is
ones, there's
refined?
3 of them. It's just easier.
Okay, what is Refine's computers?
I think it's plus 20. It's like better than engineering.
Okay, yeah. I will aid Refine.
All right. 37.
37.
All right, that will. It was hard, but it wasn't that hard. You see some of the nearby Isoki like muttering like, "Oh wow, that's nice," as they're just like, perfectly timed pyrotechnics going off.
I picture like a racer going by and meet like half a second after it goes, the flamethrowers cook off.
All right.
There used to be, like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Edmonton. I think we still technically have the world's biggest mall in North America.
Bigger than the
and at
Mall
the
of
move-
America?
It's debatable. Mall of America is 3 stories. West Edmonton is only 2, but West Edmonton has a way bigger like footprint.
Oh, it's
We also have
wider.
more. We also have way more stores, and we have
There's
world's-
no need for more stores. There's so many.
we also have the world's largest indoor water park.
Don't they have submarines in there?
We used to have submarines. We used to have more submarines than our own navy.
First of all, that's fucked. Second of all, I took Leah there last time. I was in Minnesota for my friend's wedding. So I went to college in Minnesota. So I was there fairly recently. We went to the Mall of America because, like, we're in we might as well. We're right there. But there's like an aquarium there, indoor fucking amusement park. Also, like, the worst I've ever seen someone just bomb a date.
Yeah.
I was like with my friend. There's like a miniature golf course. Like, oh, that'll be fun. We'll get a little tipsy, go to miniature golf, and we just watched this dude in front of us, clearly on like some Tinder date or something, just bombing in front of us. Eventually, we
Ouch.
was like, we had to cut by. Like, we're gonna go to the next hole because like we couldn't be here anymore.
It's just too cringeworthy to watch.
It was just like it was so obvious, like that she just wasn't into it, and like he kept trying to like, oh god, it was just so bad. We eventually were like, oh, we're just gonna scoot by you.
Okay, so I feel a little bit. So back when I lived in Honolulu, the Ala Moana Center there is the giant mall they have in Honolulu that I always get lost in.
Mhm.
And I was like, how much bigger is the Mall of America? That luckily I'm my Wikipedia food. I just did so. It's not that much bigger, but it's still enormous. That's still excessive.
It's pretty crazy. It's crazy to me that there is another one that big in North America. I hate that.
It is arguably bigger because technically by volume it's bigger, and we also have more stores. So, also the West Edmonton Mall out America's the Mall of America by having a gun range at the mall, where the minimum age is 8.
I mean, that's pretty fucking American. I will admit.
That is peak America right there.
But the part that I was going to get to is at the movie theater at the mall,
Sure.
there used to be a pyrotechnic dragon.
I have seen a picture of it now.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta fucking
All right.
Google this.
All right. So Ben, I'm looking at it right now. So the Ala Moana Center, the one that I would always get lost in, has a footprint of 2.4 million square feet for the total retail floor area. The Mall of America, a little under 2.9 million. West Edmonton Mall, 3.8 million square feet of retail floor area, and total
Yep.
area of 5.3 million.
Jeez, what the?
So
Also, I'm looking at
that is-
pictures of this fucking dragon, and this is insane.
it's awesome. That is critical America right there, and it's in
Oh my
Canada.
God.
Yeah, if you just look right there,
That is crazy.
that's a video of it.
Awesome. Well, decorative flamethrowers in action,
Oh my god. All right.
and then the 180.
Basically, it looks that cool now. But yes, go into the bank turn. The worker has actually been ordered to avoid this one, and it is deserted when you arrive. You can see why. The compacted scrap, which has been like crushed into a flat surface everywhere else on the track, seems to be pulsing and wobbling as if some giant creature is like shaking around down there.
Mysticism.
You can make a mysticism check or a physical science or an engineering check.
Refine can handle the engineering. I'm making the mysticism.
You're out of mysticism check. You think that like they're at first like, okay, is this a like ship mimic, which is like a kind of a rust mimic type of thing, but you're pretty confident that's not the case. And yeah, okay, well, fuck me. All right.
Nyx is not even here and is
And still
annihilating the
She's
rolls.
still getting the luck. It's nothing like that. So basically, the problem is, there is a liquid reservoir trapped beneath the scrap pile, when it was compressed into the racing surface. The pressurized liquid, which is presumably some sort of noxious combo of like industrial chemicals, is threatening to burst through. So I guess I've kind of a way to safely release that.
Could we maybe like neutralize it before we try to release it?
I would say if you can drill a hole in, like you know, some sort of entryway, you could try to neutralize it with a physical science check. See if you can whip something up.
What is Refine's physical science check?
That is a good question. 14.
They better than
Okay.
mine.
What would it be to
That's it.
just kill him?
That will, I think, mitigate some of the problems here. But you still need to find a way to, like, this. It's still pressurized, which is also part of the danger. Like, it's noxious, and also, like, just the pressure from that could hurt someone if it burst.
Yeah. I think how bad would it be if we just like took a step back and then released the pressure from our range?
How bad would we?
Like,
if you
what would
just
be the
tried
blast size?
to release it,
Yeah.
if the pressure's all released at once, probably like a 30-foot area.
That's not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
that hole we drilled to neutralize it, is that letting off some of the pressure at all?
I would say, well, I think I was getting the stuff ready to help neutralize. I think drilling the hole is gonna be probably, I would say, a sleight of hand check to like get this entryway to put in Refine's, you know, like nullifying solution without just like causing it to burst.
All right.
Okay, I think you like it's like draining like a little bit from that hole, like not enough to resolve the problem, but enough that it's not going to blast you. I think that's going to reduce the DC. Basically, we need to make so this is interesting. This might be for Shaw here. You could make an engineering check. You could also try to make a piloting check to like direct the reservoir to a safe drainage site.
That I can do. Yeah, I'll try and see if I can't redirect it off to a drain. Which, with the implant that you and I talked about that I would have picked up in my spare time, my piloting is now 21.
Good lord.
Does that do the job?
It is a
I hope-
DC 28, so yes.
Woohoo!
You kind of like find that you perfectly release the pressure. It's a little less noxious than you would have expected, thanks to Refine, and it flows down into like a safe repository where it can be drained into a processing plant. At this point, I mean,
Alrighty.
you guys have done the task. It probably took you guys hour and a half, 2 hours, to, like walk across this huge track, get this all done. But upon returning, Rat Rod is like, beautiful work. You got all three done already, huh?
Shaw kind of looks over. We got a knack for technical things. Helps us get in and out of trouble.
Where were these rolls last book?
Right?
Yeah, for real. All right. Look, for fixing up the track. Look, I mean, you went above and beyond with that fucking pyrotechnic display. Let me tell you. So I got a couple of things for you, and then we can go to my little shed and get the starship. All right. So he's gonna give you two things. The first thing he's gonna give you is a Rat Folk belt. Which I'll link to you guys in a second. Here we go. Basically, you can move through areas as small as 1/4 of your space without squeezing, or 1/8 of your space while squeezing.
that could actually be really helpful to getting in and out of the office.
I think that's a me item.
I think that's definitely a you item.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He also is like, since he did such a good job with those fucking pyrotechnics, I liberated this bad boy, polished it up myself. Pulls out this fucking bulky, ungainly looking weapon. There's a rifle stock with like 2 tanks of petrol mounted atop the barrel. This is what is known as a blaze rifle, right? A very junked up version of one. Basically, it fires a more narrow stream, unlike other flamethrowers, which allows for greater accuracy.
Ben, you're giving us a flamethrower assault rifle.
It's basically giving us a melt-a-gun.
Specifically, I'm giving you the Hellhound class blaze rifle.
3d10.
Does 3d10.
Oh
yeah.
my.
It is unwieldy though.
It is unwieldy.
Yeah, you only get one shot.
I don't think that fucking matters.
And I've never seen a critical burn for 3d6 apart from that. Dude, just wait. I mean, dude, you go up to the fucking top tier one, the Phoenix class blaze rifle for 9d10. But yeah, got a Hellhound class one from them. As he's bringing you over to this like fucking junked out shipping container looking ass hangar. Everyone give me a quick perception check.
It's the other assassin.
It might well be. Oh, I still need to add my flame.
Should I?
Natural 20.
Beautiful.
Mine's okay. All
right.
Before we, Scorpio, do you want the blaze rifle or or what?
I mean, I would, but the thing is, like, I said
Okay.
I could, but the thing is, like, I'm just sort of like looking like here, and I keep seeing my 8 and carried, and I'm like, I'm still trying to avoid encumbered, and I'm getting off. I am getting very close now. I've got that the golem forged
Stop.
armor.
Go away.
Okay.
Stop biting me.
Or fine use it?
It's,
That is a good question.
It is a long arm, so potentially I can use. If need be, I can carry it. It is a very powerful and damaging weapon. I think we should use it, but if Refine could use it, then yeah.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
Refine really only ever makes one shot anyway.
Right.
Right.
Do engineers have long arm proficient? I know she's proficient in sniper rifles.
I'm pretty sure.
Light Basic melee weapons, grenades, and small arms.
Yeah, she's not
is-
proficient in long arm. She specifically took proficiency with sniper rifles.
Okay.
I guess you carry it, Shaw, then, just as
All
a
right, then
backup.
I'll take it. In that case, with that in mind, I'll go ahead and take the petrol tank from the Salamander class flamer I have, and I'll toss that in one of the bags of holding.
Okay.
Because I have an AOE weapon already.
Fair. You guys, Scorpio, and James, you are able to throw yourselves to the side as you hear a small click under your feet. Shaw and Refine are not so quick, unfortunately. And a very targeted blast goes off under your feet.
What about Rat Rod? Is Rat Rod okay?
Oh, that's a good point. Let me see. Rat Rod gets a
Rod,
fucking
yeah.
nat 20 and just leaps backwards.
Fucking both of the people
Dude,
that
the
got caught up in our
NPCs are
assassination.
fucking killing it. They're just.
So it was a bottle of poison champagne that almost killed me, but not this thing.
All right, Shaw,
Except, will it
58.
kill me? Ow!
And Refine, 61.
God damn.
Ooh,
Oh.
I am so glad I dodged.
That was more than half my stamina in a single hit.
All right, 54 is her max stamina. So she's
Ooh,
going to
that
take
put
a
her at
little
hit-
bit into hit points here.
You may want to take one of our vials of polymorph, depending on how bad this gets.
It wasn't that. So, I mean, you can give me. I'd say honestly, as an operative, give me a fucking perception check on this. See if you figure out what happened here.
An additional one?
Yeah. As you like look back. James, you think basically they probably aren't here anymore. This is some of that hit and run stuff the other guy was talking about. It looks like they rigged some of the junk as explosive mines to like do their trick attack.
Oh, shit.
And then added some, like, because it was that, it added some fire damage on top of it.
Oh, was that fire damage?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So for you,
Yeah, so I reduced that by 9.
58, no. Of the 58, it was the d6s on the end of it. So of the 58, 7 of it was fire. So you reduce your damage by 7.
Okay. I didn't see the roll in chat, so I didn't. know
Oh,
if
sorry.
anybody-
I GR'd it, but it's on the stream as well.
Oh, okay. Okay, so just the d6s on the end. So yeah, I will, because yeah, I have fire resistance 9.
Could I? Yeah. Could I try to make a survival check to see if I can track who set this off?
Yeah, I'd say give me a survival check. Let's see.
Start sniffing the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I
Sniffing
also?
the ground through the mask too, the fucking full face visor. On a 26, no, they covered their tracks really well.
Can I look around, Ben, and see, like, using my bombard experience, see if I can see any more mines or anything around?
Yeah, give me I'd say a same thing, perception check, kind of applying your bombard skill to this.
Not great, not
I
terrible.
think apart from the 2 that like you guys didn't set off, no, it looked like they just like kind of rigged up 4 and hoped you guys would walk through the line of them.
Okay. Can we take the 2? Or do these things look like good quality explosives?
No, it's like impressive that they made this work with what was on hand.
Okay. I mean, I literally improvise grenades from nothing, so I understand the hustle.
Fair. I think you would realize like it's probably more trouble than it's worth to try to recover these right now.
Okay.
You see, just like the tips of his whiskers smoking, Rat Rod kind of does like a soccer like kip up, flips back onto his feet, and it's just like, holy shit. Yeah, they're really fucking gunning for you guys, huh?
Yeah, not the first time.
They'll be dead soon enough. Don't worry, Rat Rod.
That's what I like about you lot. All right, look. Let's get this door open. Hey, you lot, help me with the door here. It's just this rusted ass door. Like trying to drag it open on the hanger.
Rat Rod, you ever considered putting some WD-40 on this thing?
No, it's part of the charm. You know, the charm. He's
That's
like-
not what I would call it, but okay.
He opens the door and he's like, I give to you the rust bug.
Oh dear.
You see, he, like, hits his fist on, like, the side of it, and you see a panel just fucking falls off one of the wings. It's
Yeah.
a starship, but not just any starship. It's a junk starship. I inherited it from my uncle Drillbit when he died 10 years ago, and it's the last of its kind. I mean, it's probably pretty dangerous, I'll admit, so I've been saving it for someone so desperate, so down on their luck, so hopeless that they've got no choice but to fly it. And guess what? That's you!
Was he driving it when he died?
That's not important. What's important is that you got a ship.
Well, that's the
Ben,
best
look
we
at
can do.
Discord.
Nix loves it, of course.
Nick's is all about it.
It's
Oh.
becoming part of our fleet now.
Yeah,
Look.
Shaw's like,
Once you
You
get
know-
that thing flying, me and the gang will work our magic on it. You'll see. It'll be great.
well, Shaw looks over at Nyx. Why don't we take 5, walk off that kaboomba we just went through, and then let's see what we can do to get this thing going. Truthfully, it's
I'll
honestly
lean over. Sorry, I'll lean over to Shaw and then just whisper. It's like, it says magic. You're gonna need a fucking miracle to get that thing up in the air.
well, getting it off the ground might not be too hard. It's getting it safely back down might be the problem.
All right. Also, you guys are gonna get 3,200 XP each for solving the track problems and kind of getting to where we are right now.
Nice. Does that include the club stuff as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Including that stuff.
We are at 58,175. Next level is at 71,000.
He's like,
Level 10.
all right, look. if you guys, do a quick little flight on the thing, get some shakedowns on it, test it out for me, and it works, you bring it back here to me, I'll make it some more armor, give its thrusters some fucking oomph,
Oh, look. So can we take a? Can we take like a quick rest to like recover our stamina and
Yeah, you
stuff?
can spend
and
resolve point on it. Basically, if you bring it back to him after doing a flight test on it, he'll improve the mark of its armor and its thrusters to movement 10.
Cool. I'd be down with that.
All right.
Honestly, it's better than I was expecting. I was kind of expecting like our initial starter spaceship to be in there, but just like as held together by goblins. This actually looks like it could be useful.
I just imagine like the rest of us are just looking at like, what the fuck is this? And then we're fine. It's just like looking like a kid in a candy store.
All right. Let's see. Let's say. All right. So. Still on the clock here. You guys are trying to get this done as quickly as possible. But are you trying to kind of give this ship a shakedown, or are we like trying to get to Aline Rysora?
I was gonna try and give, if we can improve it, I was gonna go ahead and do the shakedown real quick if folks are okay with that.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do for that?
Basically you have to kind of go we'll go to the ship map in a second. Oh, hold on, give me a second. I don't know if I saved the ship map properly or the right file type. Alright. Give me 1 sec to re-upload that, because it's not quite working how I want it to.
I have a feeling we'll be using this thing for a bit, so.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Ben, obviously, so we don't have access to because we did spend the build points on the tuna during downtime, right?
Yes, unless they were ones
Okay.
you got specifically from the downtime.
Nope. It's just the ones that we got, the 45 that we got at the end of the last book.
Alright, give me 1 sec to adjust here. Ships are always... I uploaded like too low res of a thing. I don't like it. But the ships are always so annoying to line up because it's like all curved as fuck and there's no... like the grid doesn't line up well. Alright. I might give it some more adjustment later, but that's fine for now. Alright, I'm bringing you guys over to the Rustbug map. And I'm going to just reveal the side airlock for now. Alright, go ahead and drop your guys down there. Excuse me. gonna kind of
Cover my
adjust people
stamina.
as we go.
Okay.
Because the sizes are not perfect. James and Scorpio. Okay. The grid is off right now, so you'll just have to move normally because it's the ship and it's nowhere to line up. But as you are making your way through the airlock here, basically climb up the ramp to this fucking ridiculous port airlock at a horrible angle. Emergency lights flickering through the ship, which looks more like a wreck than a habitable spacecraft. Go ahead, and as you open the actually, as you kind of go into the airlock, give me either a life science or a piloting check here.
Just anyone.
Anybody, yeah, either way.
Sorry, I was making coffee real quick.
There you
The one skill I do well.
go. All right. Basically, you can tell. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit. Might have to not do the full rest of the time. Just to keep it good. But you can tell that there's evidence of electrovores having eaten stuff up here.
Oh, fun.
What's an electrophore do?
They're like a predator that eats machine parts or like electric stuff.
Oh, joys. So,
I think there's actually an alternate art for one of the books that has them. Give me 1 sec, so I can find it.
I'll just pull out my rifle. I'll just look at Shaw and Scorpio and be like, "I'll cover you."
Yeah,
sounds
here's
good.
an alternate art version from book 3. These are electrovores.
Oh, fun.
Just annoying ass parasites that are almost like universal around this area.
Shaw will pull out the plasma cannon. Alright. Let's clear
Set
this
it to
place.
spin before we open the door.
Yeah, let's go ahead and crack it.
All right, make your way into the second area. Appears to be one of the cargo holds here. Seems pretty empty. Definitely some more evidence of electrovores' kind of destructive presence in the area here. You guys kind of tell like this is basically the base level. And you can clamber up from these ladders to like a catwalk level above this.
Can I make a perception check to see what else is, if there's any of those guys hanging around?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
See, like there's something hanging from the ceiling. Eh.
Could Scorpio or I make one?
Yeah, you can make one too. Go for it.
Alright.
I think you can hear James. I think you hear some clanging coming from like the catwalk level above you. You don't really hear anything coming from the cargo hold level down here.
Okay, yeah. I think you're right, Shaw.
I'm gonna give you. Honestly, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a reveal of like the most of the cargo holds because it's not a huge deal. Shit, messed that up. Basically, it's 4 of those cargo holds kind of around the outside of the ship. And
Yeah,
then
I
the
feel like we're gonna
catwalk
be-
level goes up.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to be aiming up if we're fighting in here.
Yeah.
Maybe just walk in, see if they want to attack you there, and if they don't, we just chat back up to the next level.
Here, I'll select you guys.
Yeah.
Bring you up.
Yeah, Shaw will walk in. Slowly.
Alright, kind of up on this first area here. Give me another perception check now that you're up on the first part of the catwalk. There's a couple doors up here, too.
You put me in front.
Sorry, I just grabbed people. It was not. There was no design to it.
Gotta nerf the sniper somehow.
Yeah. All right. As you are going through here, nothing immediately jumps out at you. Do you continue?
Gonna be one of you guys that opens the door, not me.
All right, I can. Doop.
Yeah, I will. Sorry, I had to use the bathroom. I'll go to the other door.
No excuses. When you play Starfinder, you gotta wet yourself.
You gotta wet yourself.
I'll move to the other door and go in that way.
All right. Well, Shaw wins the prize.
Yep.
All right, hold on. Let me do a quick reveal here. That's a little too big. Just shrink yourself down a little bit there, buddy. So this is the art of a scavenger slime, which you guys have fought before. It's one that amalgamated all those weapons the other day.
Mm-hmm.
However, this one is more of a variant of that. This is like a junk variant, a scavenger slime.
Oh, hello.
Is her fine with us?
Yeah, I'll put her fine in a second.
Okay.
All right,
And
go ahead and click
rebuild that
yourselves. Roll initiative. I mean, if you want to wait to fight this thing till next time, we could also pause there.
Ooh, I rolled.
My throat's just
Terribly.
getting itchy.
Yeah, we can cut it here if it's hurting to talk.
Yeah, and we've done a lot this session anyway.
Yeah, we've come a long ways.
You guys haven't making moves. Thought it would take you longer. All right. Let me roll in refine as well here. Let's see. Initiative.
Well, for people who have got a burn notice out on us, we've actually made a surprising number of friends as part of this.
I mean, you guys could have gone a much more aggressive route in this campaign, which would not have gone. Like, this part would have been way harder.
You know, made friends, broken up with, fucked buddies, that kind of thing.
I mean,
When
more
you
like
say-
fucking them over on business. Like, if you guys had, like, really gone for, like, profit over morality at every turn, this part would suck. Like, this would be hard.
Oh, I believe it.
Like Severana wouldn't have helped us out. The
No.
other crew wouldn't have helped us out. What's your name? Not
Neva.
no, our otter friend.
Oh,
Sharika would not have stuck through it with you guys for some of it if you'd started to become, like, total monsters.
I feel like the explosives under the chair was justified given what's happened.
I think if she wasn't panicking, she would have cared about it more. Like, she didn't like that she like, understands the reasoning. She didn't like that she didn't know that it was under her for, like, a good few weeks.
That we'll come back to that.
Yes,
Fair.
but to be fair, she spent all that time with it under her and nothing bad happened to her.
That is true, Testament to your workmanship, I suppose. All right. Cool. Well, we will pick back up there next week, hopefully with Refine. And thank goodness the fucking holiday season has, like, come to an end. So I'm so over my schedule being whack. Oh, all right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. We'll come back next Thursday.